with linemen lined up way towards the near side. They put Sanders in motion, handed it off to him out of the shotgun, and he lost a yard on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 11 for M State. Out wide left for the Spartans is wide receiver J.C. Johnson. 2 receivers to the right. Pistol formation here as Shippers takes a snap. Handoff goes up the middle. There's some room up to the 40-yard line, and tripped up there was Rashad Madden, but not before he picked up 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 here for the Spartans. Big day here at M State. The Spartan volleyball team started at 12 against Western Tech. We'll try to get a final on that one. I know they lost the second set in a close one. They were down 2-0, but we'll try to get a final on that one. And then the football game going on here, of course. And on 3rd down, the handoff to Madden. He breaks one tackle, but the converging red jerseys and making a very nice tackle was Khalil Amore for Central Lakes. It'll be a loss on the play of a yard. And it'll bring up 4th down and 6 in a punting situation for the Spartans. So 4th down, 4th and 6, and Jaden Manteufel ready to punt it away. He's standing at his own 25-yard line. Raiders back ready to receive at the Spartan 25-yard line. Good snap. Manteufel gets it off. A little pressure there at the end, but it takes a good Spartan bounce and bounds inside the 30. Comes back. It's going to be down right at the 30-yard line by Cole Cashman. And Central Lakes will take over on downs, 1st and 10. And they'll start from their own 30-yard line. So Spartans are looking to get their first win on the board this season, going up against this Central Lakes team who has not played yet this year. I've been told they haven't scrimmaged yet, so they're getting their first competitive action against another opponent here. And Raiders on 1st and 10. Handoff, moving left, got some room across the 35, across the 40. That's a 1st down. And now the pile still moving all the way over the 45. I thought he was down, and he kept moving up towards the 47-yard line. And getting the carry there was Ja'Cory Lucky. Ja'Cory Lucky, the running back for Central Lakes, and picks up 17 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10. And I'm trying to identify the Raiders quarterback. So many of their jerseys are tucked and folded where the number does not come out. So we'll get that in a second. And there's a movement, and we'll have our first penalty of the game. And I think it's going to, did the Spartans jump or was it Central Lakes moving? It is going to be on Central Lakes, false start. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty for the Raiders. Yeah, the only quarterback listed for Central Lakes is James Essery. It's going to bring up 1st and 15 for Central Lakes as they're pushed back to their own 42-yard line. And I formation here for Central Lakes, a receiver out to each side. Wide out man in motion. They'll hand it off to him on a reverse. Turns a corner. He's got room across midfield to the 45. Pushed down at the 40. A gain of 18 yards on that reverse. That was Gavin Vosica with the rush coming from the far side. And an 18-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 for Central Lakes at the 40-yard line. So Central Lakes here working under center. Looks like the quarterback is number 3, Gabriel Cantor. I think that's what the number says. And there's a handoff. Spartans stop that one. Nothing there on that run going up the middle. It'll be no gain on the play. And on the run, it was number 21, Chisholm Schmiedeberg. So no gain on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Yeah, it's a announcer's nightmare when you can't decipher what the number is. I think that's number 3 at quarterback, Gabriel Cantor. That's what we're going to go with. And Cantor pitches to the right. Central Lakes on the run up, and now losing his helmet. That's dangerous. And finally going down is number 10, Ja'Cory Lucky. Man, he got hit, spun, and his helmet popped off. And thankfully he didn't get hit hard after that again, and it ends up being only a gain of a yard for Ja'Cory Lucky. So 3rd and 9 here coming up. 10 minutes to play, first quarter. No score. Spartans of M State against the Raiders of Central Lakes College in the M State home opener here this afternoon. And 3rd down and 9. And Gabriel Cantor goes under center for CLC. And now there's a whistle. I think there's going to be a timeout here called. And a timeout called by Central Lakes. So Central Lakes will use their first timeout with 9:43 to go in the first quarter. Spartans hoping to get the football back in the hands of their offense. And M State coming up next week. Spartans will have the border battle as they'll travel 25 minutes down the road and go up against North Dakota State College of Science in Wapaton. That's a 1:30 kickoff for that border battle. Other games going on today in the MCAC. Minnesota West is at North Dakota State College of Science. Mesabi at Vermilion. And then the College of DuPage is at Rochester Community and Technical College. And in volleyball, the Spartans are playing right now at home, a couple feet away from us in the Spartan gym. And they're going up against Western Technical College. They were down 2-0 after 2 sets. Lost a very close second set. I believe it was 25-23. And see if the Spartans come back. We'll try to get a final on that. The Spartan volleyball team won their opener. Dramatic win on Wednesday, 3-1 over Ridgewater. They were up 24-18 in the 4th set. Ended up trailing after giving up 7 in a row, but came back to win it and put it away 3-1. Congrats to first-year head coach Laura Tungseth on her first win. Well, back to action here now. 3rd and 9 for Central Lakes at the Spartan 39. Cantor, play-action pass, rolls to his left. He's going to try to get the first down with his legs. He's got some room outside left. He does he get the first down? He might be a hair shy. He might have been forced out of bounds just before getting to that first down marker, and I think he was just shy.
Looks like it'll be up.
And it's going to be 4th down and 1. Coming up as Cantor gets 8 yards on the play. Looked like he was going to get it easy for a moment. Good job by the Spartans at the end to force him out, and now they do have a chance of getting a stop here on this 4th and short. The defense is going to have to come up with a big play with 9 minutes, 33 seconds to play first quarter. Losica out to the right. Another receiver out left, 2-back set, and Cantor hands it off up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a first down, enough room there going up the middle. And that'll be about a 3 or 4 yard gain for Central Lakes. I believe that was Schmiedeberg on the carry.
Schmiedeberg with the carry on that to get a first down.
They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. And 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the M State 27-yard line. Another timeout here called. So we'll take a quick break and come back with the Raiders trying to drive into the M State red zone. No score, 9:14 to play, first quarter timeout. We'll be back with more M State football on Channel 977 right after this.
We're joined now by Brooke Johnson, who is the Student Success Navigator at M State in Fergus Falls. That's a new position, right, Brooke?
Yes, it is. And it's a position put into place to help students with their transition from high school into college. That's a big change for our students. And so making sure that they're able to know the resources that we have, get them to those resources, make sure they're hitting all their checklists, and then following them through their first year of college. So making sure that the first semester of college goes well, helping where they need that extra support, and then getting them registered for their second semester.
Brooke Johnson, who is the Student Success Navigator at M State in Fergus Falls.
All right, 1st and 10 for Central Lakes at the M State 27-yard line. No score here. Early going first quarter, 9:14 to play. And it's 1st and 10, and Gabriel Cantor under center. And they hand it off up the middle, and the Spartan wall of white jerseys quickly is able to meet number 25. I think that was Donovan Lund on the carry. Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9. Raiders have already had 5 different players carry the football. So 2nd and 9, going out wide right for the Raiders is Chase David, the wide receiver. Another receiver wide left, and Cantor is going to work out of the shotgun. He's back to pass, looks right. Now he's going to scramble, coming up the middle. Sidesteps one man, good run. Now he gets inside the 20, cuts up the field, and brought down at about the 14-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 12, but there's a penalty marker on the field. So we'll see what that one is. It would be a 12-yard run. It's going to be a hold, though, on Central Lakes, so that one's going to come back. So a big penalty there. And Cantor sure looks like a pretty good threat running the ball here. As he dropped back, he looked to pass momentarily, but it did not take him long for him to tuck the football and run for it. So the ball's going to be brought all the way back from the spot of the foul, which brings it back to the 32-yard line. And that'll make it a 2nd down and 15.
2nd and 15.
So 2nd and 15 for Central Lakes. The ball back at the Spartan 32-yard line. 3 receivers out left here this time. Cantor will work out of the shotgun, and it's Schmiedeberg flanked to his left in the backfield. At the 8-minute mark in the first quarter, no score. And Cantor back to pass, dumps it off right side for a short gain. And knocked out of bounds is number 9. And again, no number for number 9. So what do you do if you're the announcer and the PA announcer, right, Jason? Yeah. Yep. So number 9 gets the reception, and it was a gain of about 4 yards on the play. We'll see if we can track down that name at some point here. And maybe I can track it down if I can multitask a little bit. Well, if it's on the MCAC website. Well, it wouldn't be necessarily on the MCAC website as the Raiders haven't played yet. But I'll stop thinking out loud here and get back to the action. 3rd down and 11 for Central Lakes at the Spartan 28-yard line. Cantor hands it off, and the ball carrier's tripped up. Now he breaks the tackle, but there's a couple more Spartan reinforcements in to knock him down for a big loss. And good job there. The numbers I'm seeing on the tackle, it looked like, yeah, right in there was Joe Beth Manga, defensive back, was in there on the tackle. And that was a significant loss of about 9 yards on that play. And it'll be a punting situation now as Spartans are near their own end zone ready to receive, and just getting it off is Central Lakes, and it's going to take a bounce and head towards the end zone. Is it going to get in the end zone? Nope. Central Lakes is not able to keep it out of the end zone and down it, so it will be a touchback. Took a big hop towards the end zone, and the Raiders closing in on it couldn't quite get there in time. So the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and good job by the M-State defense. The Raiders, they got some quickness there, especially the quarterback, Gabriel Cantor. Yeah, but one costly penalty for Central Lakes and a couple good stops against the Raider run. And M-State gets the ball back 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Start from their own 20.
So 6:21 to play first quarter. Evan Chippers will work out of the pistol. Rashad Madden standing right behind him. 2 receivers out to each side. And he takes the snap. Here comes a handoff. And going upfield to the 25. Knocked down around the 28, but a good gain on that run.
And off a Wise on the reverse there.
And Isaiah Wise with the run. They brought him over from the slot on the move on the reverse. So Isaiah Wise with his first carry. And that was just enough for a first down. They did get him to the 30. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. at their own 30-yard line. Out of the pistol again is Shippers. 3 receivers right, and it's 1 to the left. Shippers takes the snap, looks right, swings it over, passes complete. That's Wise again. He's across the 40, spins away from another man across the 45 up to the 47-yard line. Some nifty footwork there by Isaiah Wise, and that's a big chunk of yards, 17 yards on the play. And Spartans consecutive first downs. Isaiah Wise with a 10-yard run and then a 17, well, make it 18-yard reception. First pass attempt of the game for Evan Shippers is complete, so Spartans trying to get some offensive momentum going. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Shippers out of the pistol. He's back to pass again, looking across the middle. That one is complete. Nice catch there while he was hit, and that was a beauty of a catch. And that was Kenyon Pascal, and now there's a flag after the play here. Well, Kenyon Pascal with the catch. And it was good for 15 yards across the middle. Beautiful catch. He caught it as he was hit. But we'll see what the penalty is. I'll take my headphones off so I can try here. It's going to be unsportsmanlike on Pascal after the catch. He was pretty excited after the catch. And he a little bit of a celebration there, spinning the ball on the field, and I'm not sure if that's an automatic violation or if something else was said. But in any event, an unfortunate penalty for the Spartans. So really, it was a 19-yard catch, and then it'll be a 15-yard penalty. And on first down, Madden tries to evade one tackler. He's in a little bit of trouble. He breaks out of some of that trouble and is able to make a little bit out of nothing. It looked like about a 5-yard loss, and he turned it into a 3-yard gain. So good run by Madden. Yeah, so previously it was a 19-yard catch for Pascal, and then the penalty was a 15-yard unsportsmanlike that brought it back to the Central Lakes 48. And now it's a 5-yard gain on that run. It ended up being for Madden. And 2nd down and 5 for the Spartans at the Raider 43-yard line. So Spartan offense getting some life here. Throwing and running the football. And out of the pistol is Shippers. And Shippers hands it off, coming up the middle to the 40, to the 35. It's Madden spinning away from the defense. He's got a first down to the 31-yard line. And some nifty footwork as well there from Rashad Madden. And that's a gain of 12. He's got 4 carries, 22 yards here this afternoon. And we're at 3:45 to play, first quarter. No score between M State and Central Lakes College in the Spartan home football opener. Out wide right for M State is Jaden Leonard. 2 receivers left, including J.C. Johnson wide left. And Shippers working out of the pistol. Here's a handoff up the middle. Across the 30, all the way up to the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. Another good run for the Spartans there. And this time, it was Zach Sanders with the run. And he picked up 6.
6 on that.
And it'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for M State. Closing in on the red zone here at the CLC 25-yard line. 2 receivers here left again. And out wide right is Leonard. Madden in the backfield. It's the pistol for Shippers. They hand it off to Madden. Works right now, met by a couple Raiders, and there's nothing going. It'll be a loss on the play. And it'll be a loss of about 3. Madden was stunted quickly as soon as he got the ball. Tried to move right to get out of it, but there was nothing going. A loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Spartans now. We're inside of 2.5 minutes to play first quarter. And they're at the Central Lakes 28-yard line. Trying to draw first blood here. And we got 2 receivers left. Jaden Leonard wide right. Shippers out of the pistol. Looking left, stepping up. Now he's going to run with it. Flag goes on down on the field, and Shippers is in trouble, and he is brought down. And he is sacked. But there's a penalty over on the near sideline. That would be probably a no gain or a loss of a yard on that play. Shippers looked to pass, but then went on the move trying to run pretty quickly. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be on the Spartans. They're checking with Central Lakes what they want to do, if they want to accept a penalty or force fourth down. So that's the question. It looks like they're going to accept the penalty. Are they going to accept the penalty? You saw the yard marker move back. What officials still working through what's going to happen here. So it was 3rd and 7. Shippers looked to pass momentarily, took off to run. And I believe it ended up, would have been maybe a loss of a yard. You might call it a sack. And we'll see what John Clennert has to say. Yeah, I couldn't make out the some sort of an illegal procedure, and they are going to accept the penalty. They're going to push the Spartans back 5 yards. Well, maybe a little bit of a risky move. You could have had 4th and about 8. Instead, they'll go 3rd and 12, and inside 2 minutes, and the Spartans maybe a couple of chances to get a first down here. Shippers back to pass. Blitz comes across the middle, had his man. The pass maybe a hair behind Wise, but he couldn't handle it. Incomplete. Man, the pressure was there. Good job by Shippers to get rid of it. But the pass was a little bit behind Wise. Wise maybe thought, I should have had that. It was going to be a tough catch if he got it. But good effort there by the Spartans. Couldn't quite haul the pass in. That'll bring a 4th down and 12 at the Central Lakes 33-yard line. Looks like the Spartans are going to go for it here. And that's why you wonder if it was a little risky for Central Lakes to accept that penalty rather than that might have been the play that turned the ball over on downs previously, but instead the Spartans, even though it's 4 yards longer, will have another shot at it here to get a first down. Shippers out of the pistol. He's back to pass across the middle. That one's complete. Is it going to be enough? I think he's got the first down. Shippers' pass was complete. If we can get that number figured out. All these, number 11 looks like for the Spartans. It was Nate Rivera with the catch. And that's a first down. And that's kind of what I was thinking. Pretty risky to accept that penalty. It gave the Spartans 2 shots to get the first down, and it's a 14-yard reception. And Shippers having a nice stanza passing the ball. He's 3 for 4 on this drive for 51 yards, and the Spartans have it 1st and 10 in the red zone at the Raider 19-yard line. Here Shippers takes a snap, hands off Madden, cuts left. Madden trying to work his way around, hit once, breaks another tackle. He's inside the 15. He loses the football, and it looks like Central Lakes might have it, and they do. Man, Madden had a good run going, but then trying to work some extra yardage off of that. Now are they claiming that he might have been down? We'll see. And now, they're still figuring things out here. Madden was, he was wrapped up in trying to get a few extra yards. Yeah, it is going to be. Yeah, it sure looks like it's going to be Central Lakes ball here.
It will be a turnover by the Spartans.
Yep, it is a fumble. And Madden had a good run going, and then trying to battle his way towards another extra yard or two. The football popped loose. And that is the first turnover of the game. That's a costly one to have that happen right in the red zone. Spartans were really moving the ball well. But they'll give it back here to Central Lakes. 52 seconds left in the first quarter, no score. And the Raiders have it at their own 17-yard line. And Gabriel Cantor, quarterback, he's yet to throw a pass here in this game. He has shown that he's a quick one though, and someone they got to be careful with when he's in the pocket. He'll run at any time. Here's a handoff, moving left, cutting up. Now across the 20, spinning away. Nice move across the 25, staying on his feet across the 30 and to the 31-yard line, and that was Ja'Cory Lucky. And did his helmet come loose again too? Goodness, that's 2 times his helmet has flown off, and that's a situation he's got to deal with there. Got to keep the helmet on. In any event, it's a 15-yard gain for Ja'Cory Lucky. And it's 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 32-yard line. Only 16 seconds remaining in the quarter. And Gabriel Cantor will work under center. Yep, and that's what I thought maybe they might try to do with a few seconds left. They did a hard count, and the Spartans looked like they jumped, but maybe Central Lakes did as well. Of course, everyone's pointing at the other side on these things. It was never your team that jumped. But we'll see what the officials come up with here. Central Lakes clearly trying to go with a hard count there to draw the Spartans offsides right before the end of the quarter. And let's see what we got here. It is going to be a false start on Central Lakes, so the Raiders were a little too aggressive trying to get the Spartans offsides, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty and move the ball back. Now the clock will start again, and that will be the end of the first quarter of play. So both teams threaten a bit here, but unable to capitalize going down the field towards the red zone, and it's no score after one quarter of play. We're going to take a timeout, and when we return, we'll have second quarter action here. You're listening to Spartan Football on Channel 977.
We are joined by Craig Byteen, who is the Vice President of Strategic Engagement at M State. Let's talk about the title, first of all, because I don't know what that is, so you'll have to educate me and all the listeners.
Strategic engagement is really about outreach to the community, outreach to industry, helping to match companies' needs in the workforce to our students and vice versa. So it's really about connecting with the community in a way that hopefully is strategic and provides value.
Craig Byteen, the Vice President of Strategic Engagement for M State. Jeff Sands, he's a music professor at M State in Fergus Falls. So tell us about what happens as a music professor at M State.
I have a variety of courses that I teach. Some of them that are on a rotation that maybe only happen once every other year, so a 4-semester rotation. Right now, for example, I'm teaching a couple of different music degree courses. We have a 4-course sequence for that. Also, I have a couple of online courses, rock and pop music courses, and actually we have a new hip-hop course that's happening on the Fergus Falls campus, and it's also broadcasted live to the Moorhead M State campus as well.
Jeff Sands, he's a music professor at M State in Fergus Falls.
All right, moments away from getting the second quarter going here at M State. Beautiful afternoon here for football, and we love our venue here at M State for football with the fans sitting on the hill looking out to the pine trees framing the field, and it's a great day to watch a game. Entertaining first quarter. Both teams threatened, but couldn't capitalize when they got into the red zone. And it's no score. Central Lakes has the ball. Spartans, they were in the red zone, and Rashad Madden had a good run going, and then trying to get a couple extra yards at the end of the play. The ball got jarred loose, and Central Lakes recovered it. And our last play before the quarter break was a false start penalty by CLC. So there I have it, 1st and 15 from their own 27-yard line. And Gabriel Cantor ready to run the show here for Central Lakes. They'll go 2 receivers left, I formation. And Cantor ready to get the second quarter rolling under center. Takes the snap, hands off right up the middle to the fullback, pushing his way forward. He's across the 33 to the 34-yard line. About a 7-yard gain on the play, looks like.
Play of the second quarter here is a handoff to...
And trying to get that number, looks like it's number 30 on the run for Central Lakes, Derek Cox-Payton. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Gain of 8 on the play for Derek Cox-Payton. And now Cantor, he's going to work out of the shotgun. Cox-Payton to his left in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, none to the right. Cantor back to pass. Now he's going to step up. He's on the move. Across the 35. Cuts back to the 40, trying to spin away. Lunges forward. He's going to be just shy of the first down. I believe he's just shy of the first down. It looks like a run of about 6 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and short coming up. Yeah, Gabriel Cantor, he's not looking. He still hasn't attempted a pass. He's not looking for someone to throw to long before he tucks it and runs. Well, they did give him the first down. He just got enough, I guess. So that's a 7-yard run, and that'll move the chains. Central Lakes 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. But Cantor is quick. He's actually listed on the roster as a wide receiver. Well, you can see that speed there. And he's going under center, I formation again. Now here's a whistle. Penalty comes out. Is it a delay of game? Yep, it's a delay of game on the Raiders. So 4th penalty of the game on Central Lakes for a total of 25 yards. Those are the ones as a coaching staff that can drive you a little crazy if you're not organized. You got 1st and 10, you just got a nice first down, and now you got to deal with 1st and 15. So 1st and 15, Central Lakes back to their own 37-yard line. I formation again. Out wide left is Lamarius Bellamy, the wide receiver. Losica goes in motion for Central Lakes. And here's the handoff. Cutting up the middle, across the 40, a little bit of room. And a nice run there on first down of about 6 yards for Chisholm Schmiedeberg. So Schmiedeberg looks like he picked up about 7 yards on that play. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. But the Raiders, the last 2 times, they've had 5-yard penalties, and then they've knocked off a good chunk of that with a good run to get it into a workable 2nd down here. 2nd down and 8. 12.5 minutes to play. 2nd quarter, no score. Spartans and Central Lakes. Penalty marker goes down as Schmiedeberg gets the handoff again, and he is forced out of bounds for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards, but there's a penalty, and that could very well come back.
Manga on the stop for the Spartans.
Hey, we gotta wait till they get
Still
set,
waiting to hear
man.
what it
Wait
is.
till they get set.
Yeah. Apologize for the pause, but I'm trying to see if I can decipher what the penalty is and take my headphones off for a moment. They're still trying to work through the call. Illegal shift? Okay. So if it's an illegal shift, that'll be the 5th penalty of the game on the Raiders. 12:21 to play, 2nd quarter. And both teams able to move the ball a bit, but unable to. Well, looks like they're gonna pick up the flag.
His hand was never under the center.
Pick up the flag on that.
So no penalty, and it's gonna be a 4-yard gain for Schmiedeberg on that run, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4. As Central Lakes has it at their own 48-yard line, and they'll go 3 receivers right. Cox Payton in the backfield with Cantor working out of the gun. Cantor working now, takes a snap. He's back to pass. Here comes the blitz. He's scrambling. Lofts it down the right side. The pass is complete on the sideline. Making a move across the 25 to the 20. Still working the sideline. Lunging forward. Knocked out of bounds inside the 10 near the 7-yard line. And that's going to be right around a 45-yard completion.
45-yard pickup for the Raiders.
And I didn't catch the receiver on that one. On the very far sideline. And I wonder if that wasn't yeah, these some of these folded up jerseys are nightmares here for broadcasting. So we don't have the name on that reception, but it's a 45-yard play, 1st and goal for Central Lakes at the 7-yard line. That's their first pass completion, and it was a big one down the right sideline. Cantor hands it off and going nowhere. Good job by the Spartan defense converging as they converge on Donovan Lund. Lund with his 2nd carry, he picks up a yard. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6.
2nd and 5.
So the Spartan defense trying to make a stand here after the big play. And the Spartans came with a blitz on on that 3rd and 4 on the previous play, and Cantor was able to scramble by time, and that time bought him the opportunity to find the receiver down the sideline. So there's a timeout, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more Spartan football on Channel 977.
We are joined by Jessica Daniels from M-State. She is a member of the biology faculty. What kind of excites you about the classroom? What do you enjoy most about your position?
We have some really small class sizes, so that kind of one-on-one attention, I really get to know my students, can really help students that are struggling. And of course, I teach science classes, so I really love being in the lab, doing experiments with students, getting our hands dirty.
Jessica Daniels, member of the biology faculty at M-State in Fergus Falls. Jim Iverson is with us from M-State. Jim is the director of bands. Now, I said director of bands, plural, so explain the setup here. What bands do you have going at M-State?
Okay, at M-State we have concert band and we have jazz band. So those are the two performing groups that we have.
Do you have students overlapping and playing in both of those bands?
Yes, I have a number of students that are playing in both bands. A lot of our kids are, multi-talented.
Well, that's good, right? You like to have some versatility there.
That's correct. I have one of my students, he plays clarinet in concert band, and then he's playing tenor sax in the jazz band, for instance.
Jim Iverson from M-State. He's the director of bands.
Second goal for the Raiders. Cantor on the move on the option. Cuts up the middle, trying to dive his way into the end zone. Did he get there? No, he didn't. Just a hair shy. And it's going to be 3rd and probably half a yard or less. 3rd and goal, half a yard or less. We did track down the name of the receiver with the 45-yard catch. It was number 2, Lamarius Bellamy. Had that big 45-yard catch that's giving the Raiders this opportunity. They are half a yard away now after that run of 5 yards for Cantor. So 3rd and goal from the half-yard line. And if Cantor just tries to sneak it, they're going to hand off. Met quickly, brought down shy of the goal line. So it's going to be 4th down. Great play by the Spartan defense. Cox Payton on the carry.
Chapman diving in there to make a heck of a stop.
And that was Stefan Chapman with a great defensive play, the linebacker, making the stop. And
3-yard line?
they lost a little bit on there, maybe half a yard. And it'll be 4th and goal from the 1, maybe 1.5, right in there. But, man, that was a great play. Thought maybe they might try to sneak it, but they handed it off to Derek Cox Payton. And he was met quickly and dropped. I'll see if the Spartans can do that one more time and try to keep Central Lakes off the scoreboard. 8:50 to play. Central Lakes got to get a play going here. They've been going for a while, yeah. I think there's a timeout called here as the Raiders knew that they were close to getting a delay of game. So there is a timeout here on the field. And a big fourth down play coming up. Well, M-State's Associates of Arts and Transfer Pathway degrees are designed for students who plan to transfer to a 4-year university to complete a bachelor's degree or beyond. Students can transfer to one of the 9 universities in the Minnesota state system or a variety of other private and public college or universities. Transfer pathways on the Fergus Falls campus include Associates of Arts, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Associates of Arts, Social Science with a social science emphasis, music, accounting, art, biology, business, history, political science, or psychology. That's M-State Fergus Falls campus. Well, 8:47 to play, second quarter, no score. And it's 4th and goal. We'll call it just inside the 2-yard line after that great play by Stefan Chapman to keep the Raiders out of the end zone on that 3rd down play, but it's 4th and goal just inside the 2. Cantor is under center. Takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking to scramble. Dumps it off in the end zone, and that is a touchdown. A well-run play. And he's able to find Chase David in the end zone for a 2-yard touchdown reception. And a big play there for the Raiders. getting on the board. And it's 6-0 Central Lakes. They went play action, and Cantor rolled to his left, and the Spartans converged on Cantor, but that left Chase David wide open on the left side of the end zone, and the Raiders convert. So they will go for the extra point. Extra point attempt by Joseph Kozlowski, excuse me. Now the snap is mishandled, and the extra point attempt will fail. So extra point fails, but the Raiders get on the board, a 2-yard touchdown reception for Chase David. It's 6-0. Central Lakes with the lead. We'll have the ensuing kickoff in just a moment. You're listening to M-State Spartan Football on Channel 977.
Laura Quaintance is with us, and we're going to talk music at M-State. Laura is the choir director, member of the music faculty, and also the fine arts coordinator. Well, let's talk about the choir and the music department here. And just out of curiosity, what type of person or personality areas of interest would make a good student in the music department?
Literally anyone and everyone. I think that's what we really like about our department is we're interested in any student that loves music, and that can be so many different things. We have a course for everyone is what we say too. We have students that are music majors. We have a lot of students that are not music majors but really love music. And so anyone that wants that community connection, being back on campus and reaching out with one another, learning to connect with other students is great, but we are truly for everybody.
Laura Quaintance, fine arts coordinator, choir director, and member of the music faculty at M-State.
Well, a 4th down conversion for a touchdown for Central Lakes from 2 yards out, and the Raiders lead the Spartans 6-0, and a low bouncing kick, and it's fielded. It's going to be good field position for the Spartans, as a good job by Ralph Pegas making that play to cover up the football at the 47-yard line. So a low line drive kick, and Pegas was able to cover it up. And they'll start at their own 47-yard line. Spartans on the road next week. The border battle at North Dakota State College of Science. 1:30 kickoff in that one. And my Spartan golf team was in action yesterday at the Spartan Invitational. And M-State, we finished 4th, shooting a 322. Alec Tech with the winning team 295. Aiden Johnson, Spartan golfer, was our low scorer with a 78, and we'll have a good competition coming up in action in Jamestown on the 15th and 16th. And our halftime interview is actually with me. Craig Olson interviewed me, and we'll play that interview, get an update on Spartan golf here at halftime. So here's the first play, first down for the Spartans. Swing pass to Wise. He breaks a tackle and gets about to midfield where he's pushed out of bounds. It'll be a short gain of 3 yards on the play. Isaiah Wise with 2 catches for 21 yards in this game. And it'll be second and, well, he got to the 49, so 4 yards on the play. And it'll be second down and 6 for the Spartans. Evan Shippers at the quarterback spot, working out of the pistol, 2 receivers to each side. And Shippers takes a snap, looking down the right side for his man. That is complete down the right sideline, forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That was a beautiful pass and catch. And making the play there was Jaden Leonard. And that was a gain of 21 yards on the play.
21-yard gain for the Spartans.
And Spartans to the CLC 28-yard line. Got the one-on-one with Leonard, and the coverage was there. It's just that the vision wasn't there. The defender's back was to the ball, and Leonard, great adjustment. Nice throw by Shippers. Spartans in business, 1st and 10 at the Raider 28-yard line. 7:25 to play, second quarter. Raiders lead at 6-0. Shippers across the middle, incomplete. Tried to get it that time to Kenyon Pascal, and it's incomplete on a crossing pattern, past maybe just a hair high.
2nd and 10.
Shippers is now 5 for 7 throwing the ball for 76 yards. And it'll bring up a second down and 10 for M-State. So 7:19 to play, second quarter. Spartans trying to answer CLC's opening touchdown. 6-0. The Raiders lead it. And Shippers works out of the pistol. He's going to swing it right to Wise to try to make something happen, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 20. 5 or 24-yard line. Gain of about maybe the gain of, well, they got 5 out of it. They're going to put it at the 23-yard line. So Wise with his third catch of the game. It's good for 5 yards, and it's now 3rd down and 5 at the Central Lakes 23-yard line. Spartans looking to capitalize here on this drive. They've moved the ball pretty well here in this possession and the previous possession. The last one ended with a fumble inside the red zone. Shippers on 3rd and 5, takes the snap across the middle, incomplete. Looking for Wise in the middle of the field. And good coverage, had to get rid of it quickly. And it'll be 4th down and 5 here now for M State. Shippers now 6 of 9 throwing the ball. So a big 4th down play coming up for the Spartans. Jaden Leonard will go wide right. 2 receiver slot right, including Wise and Pascal. And then 1 receiver wide left. Shippers out of the pistol. He's back to pass. Looks right. Pass is incomplete. Good coverage there by Central Lakes' Jaquan Armour. And the pass intended for Jaden Leonard is incomplete, and the Spartans will turn it over on downs, and Central Lakes will get the ball back, 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line with 6:28 to play in the second quarter. While M State does not charge an application fee, M State has removed a potential barrier to higher education for prospective students and encouraging more people to advance their education fee. No application fees when enrolling with M State. Okay, Central Lakes offense back on the field. They move the ball very well, including a big 45-yard reception to Lamarius Bellamy. And Bellamy we saw being taken off the field with some sort of injury. I'm not sure what it was, but he may not be available here. As the Raiders on 1st and 10. Back to pass is Cantor in trouble, is able to dump the pass out, but it is incomplete. Man, getting in there quickly for the Spartans was Stephon Chapman, almost got the sack. He dumped it off, and Cantor tried to dump it off to Ja'Cory Lucky, ended up being incomplete. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Cantor 2 of 3 throwing the ball for 47 yards. One, the big 45-yard pass that got Central Lakes inside the Spartan 10, and then the big 4th down conversion from the 2-yard line to Chase David for a touchdown. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at their own 23-yard line. They lead the Spartans 6-0. And the handoff up the middle, coming across the 25 to the 26. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards on that run. And that run was Derek Cox-Payton for 3 yards. 3rd down and 7. Central Lakes have had 6 different players run the football. No runner has more than 4 carries. Schmiedeberg's the only one with 4 carries. And they got 3 players with 3 carries, so they really disperse the carries out to a number of players. So 3rd and 7, Spartans have a chance to get the ball back in the offense hands here if they can get a stop on this play. High formation for Central Lakes. And here's the handoff on the reverse. Flag goes down, trying to work outside and brought down for a short gain to the 29-yard line. And we'll see what the penalty is. That was another ball carrier. It looks like it was Antonio Davis on the carry, but more importantly, what is the flag going to end up being? It would have been a 2-yard gain. 5 minutes, 33 seconds to go, second quarter. Central Lakes leading 6-0. Still a discussion here on what the penalty is with the officials. Waiting for, I got my headphones off trying to see if I can hear anything. And here comes John Clinert, see if we can hear. And it looks like it's going to be offsides on the Spartans. Oh, that's a costly one.
Okay. Offsides on the Spartans.
Well, he pointed towards the the Spartan side. So I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Oh, now they're sending it that way. Okay. The official was acting like he was going to walk the other way. It will be offsides on the Spartans. Instead of a 4th and 5, it's going to be 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 now.
So that one hurt, and it looked like it was one where we didn't see anyone jump. They must have been lined up in the neutral zone, which is hurt. That's a unforced error there by M-State, but 3rd and 3, still an opportunity to force a 4th down. And Cantor goes under center, I formation. And up the middle, they pitch it back. The ball's loose, the ball's on the ground, and it looks like the Raiders got back on the football. Man, that was close to a big turnover. But Chapman makes the play with a big hit. Lucky was able to get on top of the football. The ball was pitched to Lucky high. It went off his hands and bounded backwards. And it's going to end up being a loss of about 10 yards on the play on that mishandled pitch. So Spartans were so close to getting the ball in the red zone. They're not going to get the ball in the red zone, but the defense comes up with a big play. They put pressure on right away, and they're going to force Central Lakes to punt it away here with 4:22 to play in the second quarter. And ready to punt will be Joseph Koslowski on 4th down and 12. And Spartan returner standing at his own 39-yard line. Can't track the number down. We'll get it in a moment. It is a short punt. It's going to land well out of bounds. A high, wobbly punt that goes out of bounds. And this is going to be a punt of less than 20 yards. As I see the official, where is he going to say it went out? It went out at about the 32-yard line, just an 11-yard punt. And the Spartans are going to have tremendous field position here. They'll start 1st and 10 at the Raider 32-yard line with 4 minutes and 1 second to play in the second quarter. Central Lakes leading 6-0 in a game that has seen the Spartans have some success moving the ball. But then they've faded when they've gotten that end zone, in that red zone area. And we'll see if this can be the trick this time with good field position, 1st and 10 at the CLC 32. Madden goes in motion. Shippers out of the gun. They're going to pitch it back to Madden. He makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage, spins down and gets down to about the 30. Only a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Madden gains about 2.
And it'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up. Madden with his first catch of the game. Shippers now 7 of 11, throwing the ball for 83 yards. And 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans at the CLC 30 with 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Rivera's going to go out wide left. Jaden Leonard slot left. And Madden's going to go to the slot left. No one out wide right. And Shippers empty backfield. Now Madden goes in motion. And he'll settle in behind Shippers now out of the pistol. Here's a handoff to Madden. Cuts back to his right. He's got a little room to the 25. Shoves his way forward down to the 23-yard line. Not quite a first down, but getting close. I think he got about 7 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and short. And yeah, it's going to be 3rd and about a long yard here for Madden. He's got 7 carries for 33 yards. 3rd down and 1 for the Spartans. They got it at the CLC 23-yard line. 3 receivers left. Empty backfield with Shippers working out of the shotgun. And Wise goes in motion. Shippers back to pass under pressure across the middle, incomplete. Really good pressure there coming up the middle from defensive back James Grant. And yeah, Shippers is coming up, getting up a little slowly here with 2:19 to play in the second quarter. So it'll be 4th down and 1. Spartans electing to throw the ball. Now I think there's going to be a timeout. Is there a timeout here? Yep, timeout called by the Spartans. So 2:19 to go, second quarter. We'll take a quick break. This is Spartan Football on Channel 977.
Marissa Wilding, she is the MLT faculty instructor at M-State. Who should be involved in this program? Are there certain personalities that work better with this type of a program?
There is. So if you are a student and science is your calling, look at lab. If nursing or radiology or another program just doesn't speak to you, look at lab, especially if you like chemistries. Also, if you're that person that you like watching those whodunit shows or murder mystery or putting puzzles together, look at lab. We get to do all the testing. We get to see the patient come in with their symptoms, and we get to perform the test, see the results, and get to correlate that information so we know that it's accurate for the provider. Almost 75% of diagnosis and treatment is based off of lab results, so we play a crucial role to the medical industry, and we just want to make sure that people are aware of our program.
Marissa Wilding, she is the MLT faculty instructor at M-State.
All right, big play here. 2:19 to play, second quarter. 6-0 Central Lakes leads, but the Spartans have it 4th and 1 at the Raider 23-yard line. Shippers got up slowly on that last play, but he's in there, ready to go. Madden in the backfield. And there's a handoff up the middle. There's a first down across the 20. Staying on his feet inside the 15. Bowling his way forward. Staying on his feet. Lunging towards the end zone. Just shy. But what a run that was by Zach Sanders. Man, he had a hole right away. It looked like he was going to be down for a 5 or 6 yard gain, but he kept pounding, driving, moving those legs forward, and getting it all the way down to the 2-yard line. A 21-yard run. And now, with a 2-minute warning upon us, the Spartans are going to have it 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. So the 2-minute warning, the clock stops, but there isn't the traditional break, or will there be? The clock stops because of the 2-minute warning. And what a run there by Zach Sanders, who, by all accounts, should have been down with a 4 or 5 yard gain, and he just barreled forward through those red jerseys for a big 21-yard gain. Now Spartans have it 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Here's Shippers out of the shotgun. Handed off up the middle. Madden busting forward into the end zone, and that's a Spartan touchdown. So the game is tied at 6 apiece. Rashad Madden, a 2-yard touchdown run, and the Spartans have tied it up, and they can have a chance to take the lead here with 1:57 to go in the second quarter. So this drive set up by a defensive stop, a poor punt, and then a great run by Madden. And now it's Jaden Manteufel on to attempt the extra point. With 1:57 to play, see if the Spartans can take the lead here. And some substitutions being made here. And now the Spartans with some issues. Yeah, they're going to have to use a timeout. Didn't get their personnel that they wanted out on the field, so they will take a timeout with 1:57 to play, and we'll be awaiting the extra point here when we come back to action. First, we'll talk about housing at M-State. The Fergus Falls campus of M-State is one of only 7 Minnesota State community colleges with on-campus housing. You can enjoy the convenience of on-campus living and the benefits of apartment life. Williams Hillside Village is available at M-State, has 4 buildings, each with 4 3-bedroom apartments, and College Manor has 22 4-bedroom apartments. Each apartment has dining and living rooms and is equipped with a kitchen to fix your favorite meals at home. So, great opportunity, potential students with the housing on the M-State Fergus Falls campus. All right, back to play. Jaden Manteufel ready to attempt the extra point here. Snap is down, the kick is up, and he buries it right through the middle. Extra point is good for Jaden Manteufel. And the Spartans take their first lead of the game. 7-6 is the score. Great finish to that play. Zach Sanders set up Rashad Madden's 2-yard touchdown run, and the Spartans lead it 7-6. And we'll just keep it right here with 1:57 to go. We'll still seeing if we can get a final score on Spartan volleyball. The Spartan volleyball team started at noon in the Spartan gym, and I was in there watching a little. Was able to catch some of it. Caught the end of the second game, and it was 23-23. But Western Tech picked up the last 2 points, and they led the Spartans 2-0 at that point. So Western Tech was in the driver's seat, but who knows? The volleyball team had a great win on Wednesday. First-year coach Laura Tungsteth first win, a 3-1 win over Ridgewater. And we'll see if we can get a final on their score this afternoon. All right, Jaden Manteufel ready to kick it away for the Spartans with 1:57 to play, first half. And a booming kick, fielded at about the 6-yard line. And across the 15, coming across the 20. Tripped up, brought down. Good job, special teams all around by the Spartans. A great kick by Manteufel. And a nice tackle there made by Antonio Sanchez Jr. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Central Lakes at their own 20-yard line. We said Central Lakes has had numerous players run the football. They've had 7 different players run the football, but still plenty of time left to drive down the field. .151 to go. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 20-yard line. And Cantor will work out of the shotgun. And Cantor pitches it right. It's Lucky with it. Looking for somewhere to go. Cuts up the middle. Spins away from a few defenders. It'll be a short gain on 1st down for the Raiders. Ja'Cory Lucky with the carry. And it is a gain of about 3 yards for Lucky. It'll be 2nd down and 7. We're at 1.5 minutes to play here now. So it's a happy balance for the Raiders. How aggressive do you want to be deeper in your own territory? How aggressive do you want to be, and you don't want to have to punt the ball away, especially after the way the last punt went. So see how aggressive they are. They're taking their time now. Cantor takes a snap, rolling out to his right. He's got a 1st down, forced out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. That'll be a 1st down run for Gabriel Cantor. As they're going to mark it. Oh, no, he looks like he was forced. Was he forced out of bounds sooner than we thought? It looks like he was, yep. So it'll be a 5-yard run, and looks to be 3rd and about 2. Still waiting for the official spot. Yeah, they're spotting it at the 28-yard line, so it should be 3rd down and 2. With 1:05 to play. Clock will. Yeah, the down marker got drilled there pretty good by the quarterback Gabriel Cantor scrambling out of bounds. Looks like it's not very upright, pretty floppy over there. We'll see if they if we got any reinforcements over there, if they can fix it up. But 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders. And hey, a chance for the Spartans if they can stop the Raiders and force them to punt. You never know what happens. With 1:05 minute, 2nd quarter. Cantor hands it off. It's Lucky, cuts back to his right, looking for somewhere to go. And I don't know if he got the 1st down. The Spartans contained him and pushed him back, and it's going to be really close. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, there. It looks like they're. Are they going to call the? They're going to call the sticks over. It's really close. The nose of the football is just over the 30-yard line. The 30 is where I think they thought they needed. 55 seconds to be put up on the clock here. And it is just enough for a 1st down. So Lucky got just enough. And now the clock starts up again. 52 seconds to go in the half. Spartans lead at 7-6. 1st and 10. CLC at their own 30-yard line. And here's Cantor under center. Handoff up the middle. And the Raiders electing not to be too aggressive here and not to get too greedy. Cox Payton with the carry, and he picks up 4. as we're now at the 30-second mark. And Raiders not going overly quickly, looking like they're going to try run a play here. I don't know if they'll take any type of shot, but how cute you want to get. Well, now it's only 14 seconds to go in the first half. Davis goes in motion. And now 5 seconds to go. And now there's a whistle. That looks like it's going to be delay of game, I'm thinking, on Central Lakes as the flag comes out with 3 seconds to play. And it'll be a 5-yard, I think that's what it was, 5-yard penalty. And that'll bring the ball back and make it 2nd and 11.
5-yard penalty on the
5th penalty on the Raiders for a total of 30 yards. And the clock starts again, and that will be the end of the first half of play. 7-6 is the score here at the half. Good battle here between Central Lakes and M State. 7-6 is the score here at the half. And Raiders got on the board 8:41 mark in the second quarter. Then the Spartans able to answer late in the second quarter. So the difference is the Spartans' extra point attempt by Jade Manteufel was successful, and that gives M State the 7-6 lead here at halftime. So we're going to take a break from the live broadcast, and we're going to go and we're going to have an interview. Interestingly enough, with me, Craig Olson interviewed me here this morning to talk about our Spartan golf team. We had our Spartan Invitational Tournament at Pebble Lake Golf Course yesterday, and off to a great start with 2 tournaments under our belt with our fall golf season, and a really good group we have. And Craig and I talked about that on this recorded interview that we're going to play. So we're going to have that 10-minute or so recorded interview. While that's going on, I'm going to add up some of the statistics, and we'll have a first half look over after that interview here. And what's a good game? Beautiful day here at M State at the field, and it's going to be a close one. 7-6, the Spartans lead here at the half. So with that, we're going to hand it over to this pre-recorded interview that Craig and I recorded earlier in the day. This is Spartan Football on Channel 977.
It's halftime, and Jason Retzloff's had a busy first half calling the game here today, so you would think he'd get a breather, right? Well, no, he doesn't, because we're going to talk golf, because Jason, the hat he's wearing today as broadcaster, he also wears the hat of head golf coach at M State, and they had their Spartan invite on Friday, well, just yesterday, at Pebble Lake Golf Course. First of all, Jace, I've been out to the golf course a few times. I haven't played, but the course has been just in ideal shape. How did you find the conditions for the Spartan invite?
Yeah, the course was beautiful. They had it ready for us. Of course, the Pot of Gold was just out there last weekend, and we're practicing out there all the time, and our greens are just tremendous. You know, the way you just got to get them started and get them roll. You get a true roll, and they're fast and quick, and everything look great out there. So we're really thankful. We're just thankful in general for our relationship with Pebble Lake Golf Course and Kevin Swenson out there. They treat us so well, and have done so for so many years, and couldn't do it without them. So very thankful for what they do, and yeah, they provided a great venue for a field that I thought was maybe the best field we've ever had for the level of play and players.
Yeah, tell us about the field. Spartans were 4th overall on the men's side, and you did have a women's golfer competing as well. So tell us about the field first of all.
Yeah, we finished 4th out of 8. I felt we didn't play great. We didn't play poorly particular. We just couldn't get any momentum going. I didn't think we putted real well. I thought our team competed, which to me is always a great sign when you're not when things aren't quite going your way in golf, it's easy to pack it in or lose focus, and we didn't do that. So I'm really encouraged with our team, despite maybe not playing particularly well yesterday. But the field was very strong. With Alec Tech, they shot a 295 to win it, and Dickinson State, a scholarship four-year college, shot a 304. Mayville State, another scholarship, vastly improved from last year. We played them quite a bit last year. They ended up third, and then we ended up fourth out of the 8 total teams that were in the competition as well. So it was teams that were all higher than our level of play, all four-year schools and many scholarship schools. Even Alec Tech, a junior college, is a scholarship school that we don't have. So when we're going to continue to have tournaments with a lot of these teams and higher level teams, we're going to be in Jamestown next Sunday, and we're hoping that it continues to season us for crossing our fingers that if we can get back to the national tournament, that we'll be ready playing against some really good players.
Individually, who led the Spartans at the Spartan Invite?
Yeah, Aiden Johnson had a very good round. He shot 78, and that backed up a 76 that he shot in Morris last Saturday. And Aiden's a very, very good player. Hits it a mile, and he. What was really nice about his round is that I think he had a stretch of 4 bogeys on his 3rd through 6th holes. So he was 4 over par quickly, hung in there. I think he strung together 7 or 8 pars in a row and steadied it out for a real nice round for us. We had Brock Thompson, who shot 72 and led us with a great round at Morris. He shot 80, kind of one of those. And I think the theme with our guys is we just couldn't quite find the putter yesterday and get it rolling, which is classic game of golf, when the putts don't fall. But he shot 80, and then we had Braden Thingvold, Marcus Nelson with 82s, Eric Bjorndal with 83. Joe Alexander had an 82 as well, and then Adam Bottensall had an 88. And I think talking with the guys after the round, a couple holes jumped out at us, some big numbers, and that's kind of a key. Avoid those big numbers, and usually you're going to be in pretty good shape. Bogeys don't hurt you. It's those double bogeys or higher that hurt you. We had a couple of those that came up and bit us. And then Caitlin Larson shot 94 for us. It was a field of 23 women. She got tied for 12th, so with her 94. And Caitlin has been real impressive. She hits the ball well. She struggled with her short game just a little bit, but we're hoping with a little more practice and a little honing in on that short game a little bit that maybe we can get some scores in the 80s here coming up, and we're very thankful that she's a member of our program.
You had a Spartan connection on the women's side. Elia Soidara was back with her new school, Dickinson State, and she kind of didn't skip a beat from her Spartan days.
Well, she didn't. Man, it was great to see Aaliyah, and then of course they got to go out and Soup and Jennifer and we're out there, and just a lot of fun to see the family. And I snuck away from the Spartans a few times to go watch her play a few holes, and yep, she won it again. The first three-peat. I'm assuming it's the first three-peat that we ever had. She won it as a freshman and a sophomore with us, and then won it again this year. Dickinson State, they got a very good women's team. They shot 313 as a team to win it. I think Aaliyah had an early double bogey and then just played really, really well after that, shooting a 75. Of course, a year ago was a day I'll never forget, and I'm sure she won't either when she won it, shooting a M-State record and Pebble Lake Golf Course record 66. So a lot of good memories coming back from that. Great to see her, just a high-quality, high-character young lady, and an unbelievable golfer as well. So it's pretty cool to have her out there, and I'm sure there's a pretty good chance she'll go for the four-peat next year as well too, to keep adding on to the record books.
Absolutely. Well, she's worked hard to get to that point, that's for sure. Spartan season well underway, home invite behind you. What is it looking like practice-wise in the fall? You know, the weather's going to start getting cooler. Right now we're in a great stretch. It's been a great start to the season, but what is your practice schedule like when you have kids kind of scattered around too in different class schedules? How do you get it together?
Yeah, we have some students on, so M State has 4 campuses, and obviously Fergus Falls is our home base for our golf program. We do have some students at the Moorhead campus as well, because of specific programs and you know, the decision I'd made previously is that we, you know, as much as we would prefer everyone to be in Fergus Falls, and we don't want to shut out good players, good people who want to be in our golf program that have to have a class schedule or a program that's on the Moorhead campus. So we actually have also worked with Village Green and Moorhead. We I bring our Fergus players there one time a week to go up and practice there. Then the Moorhead players will travel to Fergus Falls. So a little bit of travel involved there, but they love it. They enjoy it, and get to play multiple courses, get a little taste of another course. Our practice schedule lately has been a lot of playing because we've come in and we're trying to qualify for different tournaments, and so we've been playing a lot. We'll probably get into more practices that are based around different skill work, different drills, short game, and going on the driving range. But it's different this year because every year I've coached but one, we have qualified for the national tournament in the fall. This year we are qualifying in the spring, so we will not, which we're not overly excited about, just from the fact that in the NJCAA, I'm guessing it's a committee that is based down south or some warmer temperatures that don't understand the ramifications of what winters are like and the weather is like in the spring in Minnesota. But we've done it before. We'll work with it, and so we're going to have to qualify in the spring this year for the national tournament. And so that's a little bit different dynamic. I'm trying to save a little bit more budget money to have more events, if the weather allows, in April and May, leading up to what would probably be an early May qualification. So we're trying to work that out. So we might have a few less competitive rounds in the fall, and hopefully do maybe our own fun Team Spartan Cup type competition that doesn't do anything to our budget or very little to our budget, and that the players will enjoy, and try to mix and match that way, hoping to get, you know, sometimes we have 1 or 2 tournaments in the spring before school gets out. Now hopefully we can be in that you know, 4 plus the national qualifier.
Well, thankfully you have that golf simulator at the college too, because if you get spring qualifying for the tournament, you never know what the weather is going to be. You'll be able to get some hours on the simulator. Yep. You do that every winter, I know, but with maybe added emphasis if you're looking at qualifying.
Yeah, certainly. And I think we will probably be going to some a little more required things as we not during the heart of winter, but getting into March leading up to that, doing some things. In fact, our first practice this year was wiped out with some downpour, and we got in the simulator. It was a lot of fun. Aiden Johnson made a double eagle on the simulator too, so it's all downhill from there, I guess, from the season there. But it was despite being on video, it was kind of fun. The guys had a little celebration in the simulator there.
All right, and you're working with Jeff Okus again as your assistant.
Yeah, he's the man. He's the PR man of Spartan Golf on Facebook, and this is his it's amazing. This is my 21st year and his 20th year coaching, which blows my mind. But I can't be more thankful for what he does. He driving the vehicles. You know, we take a couple vehicles. He's driving the vehicles. He's providing with his own money, snacks and beverages for the guy. I mean, he just loves the players and lives it, and so thankful to have him back again and keep rolling along. And it's really going to be a good group this year. I'm like I said, I'm really encouraged. I think we're going to be improved score wise, but this is a team that is focused, loves to play, supports each other, and it's going to be a lot of fun for me just to be around them on a daily basis.
All right, very good. Jason Retzloff, head coach of the Spartan golf team, and joining us here at halftime of the Spartan football game. And Jason will be back with the second half of today's game against Central Lakes after this timeout. Lori Charest is with us, and she is the ceramics instructor and curator for artwork at M State in Fergus Falls. Let's talk about your program, the ceramics program, and what's going on as far as that program is concerned.
We have a great ceramics department. My classes are usually in the evening, so we start at 5, and then I do demonstrations or lectures. There's just some vocabulary and things they need to know and some past history about ceramics. And then I'll do a demonstration, and then a lot of it is work time. I always think it's so interesting. I have students from 17 to 75, so it's always a really wide range of people taking the class, and they all do well together.
Lori Charest, she is a ceramics instructor and the curator for the artwork at M State in Fergus Falls. Welcome, Steph Gerhardsen from the theater at M State in Fergus Falls. If I'm a prospective college student who has an interest in theater, how would you sell me on your program?
It kind of depends on your background. It wouldn't really matter to me what your background was, whether you had tons of theater experience or it was just something you wanted to try. That's one thing that we really emphasize on our audition announcements, or when I'm talking to students, if I go into a classroom or something and talk about a show that we're doing and I'm talking about auditions, I always tell students that you don't have to have any experience. One of the benefits of a 2-year school is that whether you are a major or not a major, it doesn't matter. We welcome everybody, and you audition, and I help with auditions, and I give people advice on how to audition and try to make people feel very at ease at auditions.
Steph Gerhardsen from M State.
And welcome back here. It's halftime at the M State campus in Fergus Falls. And it's a good one, 7-6. The Spartans with the lead. The Spartans trying to get their first win of the season, improve to 1-1. This is the opener for opener of the season for Central Lakes in this one, and the Spartans lead it 7-6. The two scoring plays that happened in the game after a scoreless first quarter, Central Lakes was able to get on the board with 8:41 to go in the second quarter. It was a fourth down conversion, 4th and goal from the 2, and it was a Chase David 2-yard touchdown reception from quarterback Gabriel Cantor. That touchdown was set up by a big play. Cantor, the only other completed pass of the game, a 45-yard strike to a wide receiver, Lamarius Bellamy, that set it up. The extra point attempt, the snap was low and bounded away from the holder, and the extra point failed. So the Raiders led 6-0 at that point. Then the Spartans drove down later in the second quarter. They turned it over on downs near the Raider 20-yard line, but the defense came up with a big stop. Then a poor punt by Central Lakes gave the Spartans a great field position at the 32-yard line. Then it came to another 4th down play, 4th and 1 for the Spartans from the Central Lakes 23-yard line, and then maybe definitely the play of the game from the Spartan standpoint, a beautiful 21-yard run by Zach Sanders to get the ball. I mean, he had 4 or 5 yards, and he was met, and he just barreled his way through numerous red Central Lakes jerseys all the way down to the 2-yard line, and that put us to the 2-minute warning. And then when the Spartans came back, they gave the ball to Rashad Madden, who went up the middle for a 2-yard touchdown run, and it was Jaden Manteufel who kicked the extra point to give the Spartans the lead 7-6, and that's where we are here at the half. Some of the statistics, very similar for yardage, 173 net yards for the Spartans, 161 net yards for Central Lakes. Spartans quarterback Evan Chippers, he's 7 for 12 throwing the football in the game, unofficially with 83 yards passing. And his receivers, Isaiah Wise, 3 catches for 27 yards. Jaden Leonard, 1 catch for 21 yards. Kenyon Pascal, 1 catch for 19 yards. Nate Rivera, 1 catch for 14 yards. And Rashad Madden, 1 catch for 2 yards. On the ground, Madden leading the Spartans, 7 carries, 33 yards and a touchdown. Zach Sanders, 3 carries for 26 yards. And Evan Shippers, 1 carry for 21 yards, and 1 carry for 2 yards, and Isaiah Wise, 1 carry for 10 yards. So actually, I had that as 21 yards for Shippers, actually 2. So really, the Spartans have 154 yards of total offense. That makes the yardage even closer between the two teams, as the Spartans have 71 on the or 71 on the ground and 83 through the air. Central Lakes, 114 on the ground, 47 through the air. Gabriel Cantor is 2 for 3 throwing the ball for 47 yards. One was the big 45-yard reception that set up the touchdown, which was a 2-yard touchdown pass. Cantor to Chase David. And then on the ground, Central Lakes has had 6 different players run the football, including leading the way, Ja'Cory Lucky, 5 carries for 39 yards. And Gabriel Cantor, the quarterback, 4 carries, 25 yards. Both Derek Cox-Payton and Chisholm Schmiedeberg have 4 carries for 15 yards. Gavin Vosika, 1 carry for 18 yards, and Donovan Lund, 2 carries for 2 yards. The Spartans have turned it over 1 time. It was a key one inside the red zone. Rashad Madden fumbled that gave Central Lakes the ball back. No turnovers in the game for Central Lakes. The Raiders have been penalized 5 times for 30 yards, and the Spartans have been penalized 3 times for 15 yards. So we're going to take one final break. When we return, we'll have second half action here from M State and Fergus Falls. Spartan 7, Central Lake 6. Back with more Spartan football on Channel 977 after this short timeout.
Lori Charest is with us, and she is the ceramics instructor and curator for artwork at M State in Fergus Falls. Let's talk about your program, the ceramics program, and what's going on as far as that program is concerned.
We have a great ceramics department. My classes are usually in the evening, so we start at 5, and then I do demonstrations or lectures. There's just some vocabulary and things they need to know and some past history about ceramics. And then I'll do a demonstration, and then a lot of it is work time. I always think it's so interesting. I have students from 17 to 75, so it's always a really wide range of people taking the class, and they all do well together.
Lori Charest, she is the ceramics instructor and the curator for the artwork at M State in Fergus Falls.
Okay, moments away from the second half kickoff. And M State leading Central Lakes 7-6. Spartans 0-1 on the year. They lost 49-13 at Minnesota West in their opener. And good news is Spartans only had 174 yards of offense in that game. They're close to matching that already here in the first half. So the offense working a little more efficiently. Only problem is Spartans have had a few opportunities driving down into the red zone of Central Lakes and come up empty. So that'll be a big factor here in the second half. Of course, turnovers are always huge, but how much can you execute in that red zone area? And the Spartans have a very good kicker in Jaden Manteufel, too, even if he can go far enough to get him an opportunity as well to get a few extra points, because it looks like points are at a premium here in this one. The Spartans will be kicking off here to the Raiders to start the second half. Raiders have Antonio Davis and Chisholm Schmiedenberg back deep. Spartans haven't taken the field yet here, though. The Raiders have. The Spartan volleyball team did fall 3-0 to Western Tech. I don't know what the breakdown of the games were, other than I know, because I was in the gym there for a bit, that they lost the second one close in a close one, 25-23, but they fell 3-0 to Western Tech today. So the Spartan volleyball team now 1-1 on the season after winning 3-1 over Ridgewater on Wednesday. The Spartan volleyball team will be at home again on Wednesday at 6:30 against St. Cloud Tech. That's the next action for the Spartan volleyball team. Well, the teams are now on the field here as we're about to literally kick things off here in the second half, and it'll be Jaden Manteufel ready to send it down. He had the one other kickoff he had was a beauty all the way down to the 6, and Spartans held the Raiders to not the best field position on that one. See if they can do it again. And with the Spartans leading 7-6, Manteufel approaches the ball, And he lets it fly, and another booming kick. Fielded this time at about the 9-yard line. It's Davis across the 15 to the 20, up across the 25, and he's brought down right around the 28 or 29-yard line. About a 20-yard return for Davis. And Central Lakes will take over 1st and 10 here, starting off the third quarter of play. So Central Lakes 40. Yeah, I just realized after I'd done the report I missed a 4-yard reception. So I said that Cantor was 2 for 3 throwing the ball. He's actually 3 for 4 throwing the ball for 51 yards. We uncovered the number 9 that got the reception earlier in the game. Colin Shack was his name, a 4-yard reception. And so Central Lakes with 51 yards passing, 114 on the ground. Cantor really can, at the quarterback spot, he can move. Got to contain him. And he'll start out of the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the CLC 29-yard line. Back to throw. Wafts it down the left side. Going up, and it is incomplete. Good coverage there by the Spartans. Jaden Reed, the defensive back. And they took their shot down the left sideline for Chisholm Schmiedeberg, and it's incomplete, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Cantor now 3 of 5 throwing the ball for 51 yards in this game. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Central Lakes from their own 29-yard line. And Raiders looking at their wristband with their play charts. Going out wide left for Central Lakes is Chase David. He had the touchdown earlier in the game for the Raiders. Under center is Cantor. Hands it off to Ja'Cory Lucky. Up the middle, met by some Spartan jerseys. Bounces off of a couple, and he turned what looked to be nothing into a modest gain. And he brings it to about the 33-yard line. Yeah, maybe a little more than modest. Picked up 4 yards on the play.
Lucky on the carry on that.
6 carries, 43 yards in the game for Ja'Cory Lucky, the running back. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 now for the Raiders from their own 33-yard line. Spartans would love to have their defense get a 3-and-out right away as Cantor works in the I formation. Under center. And takes the snap, pitches it right to Lucky. Lucky trying to get outside, tripped up. Great tackle there made by the Spartans. And that tackle was made, I believe, by number 24, Jaden Reed, the defensive back. Couple good plays for Reed here in this stanza. And there's no gain on the play. And that'll be a punting situation for Central Lakes, as Isaiah Wise for M State will be the punt returner, standing at his own 30-yard line. And the punter for Central Lakes is Joseph Koslowski. And he takes the snap and lets the punt go. A line drive kick. It is fielded at the 32-yard line across the 35. Tried to break one tackle, met by a number of Raiders, maybe at about the 40-yard line, where Wise is pushed back, a return of about 8 yards. Raiders did a good job of getting down there quickly. And M State will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. The Spartan defense gets it done on that first possession. And the M State will have some solid field position to start off their first drive of the second half. Spartans on the road next week. The border battle game with North Dakota State College of Science. That'll be a 1:30 kickoff from Frank Burton Field at NDSCS. And fun if you make the 25-minute drive down to Wahpeton to cheer on the Spartans next week. Spartans on 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle to Rashad Madden. Met pretty quickly. Gain of 2 or 3 yards. Now some of the Raider sideline thought the ball was jarred loose, and it wasn't. Or he was down first at least, and it looks like about a 3-yard gain for Madden on the play. I think there's still a battle for the ball under the scrum here. They're still fighting for the ball. But I thought I saw one official come from the far side pointing down like the ball, like he was down already, and I think that's what it's going to be. So a 3-yard run for Madden. He was down. And second down and 7 for the Spartans at their own 43-yard line. Madden in this game, 8 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. And then only other Spartan with more than one carry is Zach Sanders, who has 3 carries for 26 yards. Had that great run to set up the Spartan touchdown in the second quarter. 2nd and 7, and Chippers working out of the pistol. Takes a snap, looking right. His pass is deflected, and it's intercepted. He was diving for the interception, was number 31, Carlos Beckstrand, and he dove for it, and his knees were down, and immediately that was a turnover. And with his knees down, he couldn't advance it. But Carlos Beckstrand, I don't know who got the deflection. The deflection was as bigger than the actual interception itself. And that is the second Spartan turnover of the game. And now Central Lakes will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Spartan 44-yard line. So a big play there by the Raider defense. As Chippers turned to throw to his right. And the ball was deflected up in the air, and diving for it was Carlos Beckstrand for the interception. So now the Spartan defense got to come up big here, with Central Lakes granted field position in Spartan territory at the 44-yard line, and Cantor works out of the shotgun. In the backfield with him is Donovan Lund, 3 receivers to the left. Cantor takes a snap, back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's looking to scramble. Now he'll dump it off. Pass is complete. Nice play. That might be a first down, as the pass was complete to Donovan Lund.
Lund on the reception.
Yeah, Cantor, he's got the ability to create some things, and that is a first down.
That'll give the Raiders enough for a first down.
As he scrambled around, stepped up in the pocket, moved to his right, and when the other defender stepped up to get him, he dumped it off to Lund, his first catch of the game for 10 yards. And it's 1st and 10, Central Lakes at the Spartan 33-yard line. M-State leading Central Lakes 7-6 here in the third quarter. 11 and a half minutes to play. Cantor is now 4 of 6 throwing the ball for 61 yards, including a touchdown pass. And Cantor, I formation, goes under center. A receiver out to each side. And 1st and 10. Losica goes in motion, and there's a whistle. There's another delay of game. Another delay of game for Central Lakes. They have been haunted by that. I think that's probably their 3rd delay of game. 6 penalties, 30 for 35 yards today for Central Lakes. So 1st and 15, that sets you back offensively. See if the Spartans can take advantage now. I formation again, same formation, a receiver to each side. Losica goes in motion. Cantor drops back to pass, roams to his right, looking, under pressure, throws the ball just throws it away, out of bounds. As I think it was Antonio Poor and Jeremiah Gaines bringing the pressure for M-State there, and that'll be an incomplete pass. 2nd and 15 now for Central Lakes with the ball at the Spartan 38-yard line. Good job there by M-State flushing Cantor out of the pocket. He's a dangerous runner, and he didn't have much room to go other than towards the sideline, and he was running out of time, so he just got rid of it and threw it away. Same I formation again here for Central Lakes on 2nd and 15. Cantor under center. And here's the handoff up the middle. A little bit of room. Spinning off one man, breaking a tackle, getting across the 40 all the way up to the 36-yard line on that run. Excuse me, the 31-yard line, not the 36-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 7 yards on the play. Yeah, I didn't catch the carrier on that one. Schmiedenberg? Yep. Chisholm Schmiedenberg with a carry on that one. He's got 5 carries for 22 yards, and we do have We have an injury here on the field. Okay, no, we're back. We're back at it. Looks like one of the Raiders got up slowly, but we're back to action here. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders at the Spartan 31-yard line. 10:20 to play, third quarter. And another looks like that I. Oh, nope, not the I formation this time. They're going to go out of the shotgun as Cantor has a running back flanked to each side, a receiver, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Cantor out of the gun. He's back to pass. Now he's going to scramble. He's got some room. It's going to be a tough tackle. Tripped up. He's going to be short of the first down. Good job there by the Spartan defense. And it was Stefan Chapman who did a good job of containment on Cantor running the football. So it was a 5-yard gain for Cantor. And it'll be 4th down and 3 for the Raiders at the Spartan 26-yard line. And another big play coming up as the Raiders need 3 yards to continue this drive with 9.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. M State 7, Central Lake 6. And the Spartan home opener here on a beautiful September Saturday afternoon. And it is Cox Payton flanked to Cantor's right in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left as Cantor out of the shotgun. Here's Cantor, drops back to pass. Blitz comes across the middle, pass is complete. Penalty marker goes down, though. Staying on his feet inside the 10 all the way down to the 8-yard line is Ja'Cory Lucky. So that's a reception of about 18 yards. But a flag did come out. And we'll see what it is. And it's a penalty on the Spartans. And I think that one's going to be declined with that 18-yard. Or is it? Or it's not. Didn't they signaled towards the Spartans, I believe. But now, a few hands being clapped by the M State defense. And now they are moving it back, so I'm not sure what the call was there.
Pretty sure it was an illegal substitution.
So we're going to go with Jason and the official or the illegal substitution. What a killer for Central Lakes. They were going to be inside the 10. Instead, it's a 5-yard penalty, and it'll make it a 4th and 8 at the Spartan 31-yard line. And looks like the Raiders are going to call a timeout. Yeah, man, a good play across the middle. They got it to Ja'Cory Lucky for what looked to be an 18-yard gain inside the 10. But penalty on the Raiders brings it back 5 yards. So instead of 1st and goal from the 8, it's 4th and 8 from the 31 for Central Lakes as they take a timeout to get their ducks in a row here with this big play coming up. Well, if you're interested in the arts, whether you're considering a career in the arts or you just enjoy music, visual arts, and the theater, we have great opportunities for you on our Fergus Falls campus. The creativity and problem-solving skills you'll receive is an excellent foundation for any career you pursue. That's on the M State Fergus Falls campus. All right, Spartans, a big opportunity to get a stop. 4th and 8 coming up for Central Lakes at the M State 31-yard line. 8:58 to play, third quarter. Spartans 7, Raiders 6. And we'll see if the Spartans can get that much needed stop here. M State looking for their first win of the season, falling at Minnesota West and Worthington last Saturday. Spartans will be on the road at North Dakota State College of Science at 1:30 next Saturday. And now Central Lakes coming back out of their timeout, ready to go here and see what they come up with on 4th and 8. They like to get Cantor going on the move and scrambling. Let's see what they come up with here on this 4th down play. Cantor's going to go under center, I formation. Vosik out wide left. And Cantor takes a snap, fakes a handoff, rolls out to his right. He's on the move. He's going to dump the pass off. It is complete on the sideline. That is complete to Colin Shack on the far sideline. That'll be good for a first down and more. And it looks like he got all the way down to the 17-yard line. Is that the 17? Yep, and that's a 14-yard reception for Colin Shack. A big play for the Raiders. They've had a couple huge fourth down plays that they've converted. And it's 1st and 10, Central Lakes in the red zone at the Spartans 17-yard line. Raiders have, let's see if the Raiders can avoid some penalties. They haven't had major penalties, but they've had these 5-yard penalties that set them back in different positions, and we'll see if they can avoid that has been hurting them throughout the game. Cantor under center, hands it off up the middle. Not a whole lot there, although a good battle for more yardage, and a shortish gain, and that was Ja'Cory Lucky on the carry for the Raiders. Yeah, he ended up getting about 4 yards on the play. So 2nd and 6 here coming up for Central Lakes with 7:44 to play. At the ball at the 13-yard line. Lucky looked like he might have been wrapped up for a really short gain, but he kept the pile moving and ended up getting 4 yards on that play. Central Lakes taking their time. They've really taken their time in that huddle, and it's cost them a few times with some delay of games penalties. And Cantor will work out of the gun, a receiver to each side, a back to each side of him, and he takes the snap. 2-step drop, throws it left side, passes complete, end zone touchdown, but a flag goes down, and we'll see. It could very well be offensive pass interference. So it is a touchdown, but it could very well be offensive pass interference. Was that Shack again over there? Or no, is that number 11? Yeah. I think it was Gavin Vosica who made the catch. But there was a lot of pushing, shoving, jockeying for position there. And we'll see what it is. It is offensive pass interference on Vosica. So that's going to bring the ball back a ways here. Yeah, that's a is it a 10-yard penalty? No, that's a 15-yard penalty. All the way back to the 28-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 21 coming up. And there we go again. Not the delay of game type penalty. That was a bigger one. A 15-yarder that negated the touchdown. And there certainly was a lot of contact there, and Vosica did push off to gain an advantage. And that sets the Raiders back to their own to the Spartan 28-yard line, 2nd and 21, 6:40 to play, third quarter. Cantor out of the shotgun. He's back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Now he's on the move, trying to scramble. He's got some room to work with, stays on his feet inside the 20 and gets down to around the 16-yard line, and that's a 12-yard gain. So it'll bring up a manageable third down now. Third down, and I think about 8 to go after that 12-yard run by Cantor. Yep, 3rd and 9 from the 16-yard line with just over 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. The Raiders haven't really looked to do any type of kicking, I don't think. I think it's all 4-down territory here as Antonio Davis goes wide right, Chase David wide left for the Raiders. Lucky and Lund in the backfield, Cantor working out of the shotgun. Davis goes in motion. Now there's a whistle. Is there another delay of game? Another delay of game on Central Lakes. Coach Thurman's got to be pulling his hair out over there on the other side, as that's going to put Central Lakes back another 5 yards. 9 penalties for 60 yards for Central Lakes in this game. Spartans only have 3 penalties for 15 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 14 for Central Lakes back at the Spartan 21-yard line. Raiders have been bouncing in and back out of the red zone here in this possession numerous times. Clock ticking at 5:20 to play, third quarter. Raiders better get going so they don't get hit with another one here. They are taking their time. Still going. Now they're hustling to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be close. Cantor now out of the shotgun. Davis goes in motion. They do get it off. Cantor back to pass. Goes towards the end zone. Pass is incomplete. Good coverage there. Over towards the far pylon. Jaden Reed with the coverage. And great play there defensively. And that was intended for wide receiver Colin Shack. So it'll be 4th down and 14 now for the Raiders. From the Spartan 21-yard line. Raiders have had some big 4th down conversions in this game. But nothing as long as 14 yards. Oh, they are going to try a field goal. Okay, so Joseph Koslowski, he's going to attempt a 38-yard field goal here. So a big moment to give Central Lakes a chance to regain the lead. The snap is down. The kick is up. Low line drive. It sneaks through. And that field goal is good from 38 yards. And what a nice kick. So I was mistaken. I mentioned earlier that the Raiders hadn't looked to kick some field goals. But on 4th and 14, the opportunity was there. And a very nice kick by Joseph Koslowski. A 38-yard field goal. And Central Lakes regains the lead 9-7. With 4:43 to go here in the third quarter. So we'll take a quick timeout. Spartans will get the ball back. They trail now 9-7 here in the third quarter. And back with more Spartan football after this.
Laura Quaintance is with us, and we're going to talk music at M State. Laura is the choir director, member of the music faculty, and also the fine arts coordinator. They learn skills beyond music in your classes. So what are some of those additional skills that they're going to take with them?
Teamwork, I think, is a big thing. I think we're reaching a time where it's really helpful for us to reconnect students and learn communication skills with one another, confidence building, social skills, problem solving, all of those things. They're learning how to be a confident human being. They're learning how to work on a project with a group and succeed together. I think those things are things we overlook when we're worried about prepping for a concert, and we're realizing that they're really learning a lot of skills they can take out into any job or career or profession by choosing to be a part of something in music.
Laura Quaintance, fine arts coordinator, choir director, and member of the music faculty at M State.
Ensuing kickoff, a low bouncing kick that is covered up by the Spartans at their own 40-yard line, and picking up the ball is Tommy Gilkey and downing it. And M State, good solid field position again. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Central Lakes able to convert the 38-yard field goal to make it 9-7. Raiders with the lead. Spartans have moved the ball, but they've hurt themselves with some turnovers. Rashad Madden fumble earlier in the first half, and then an interception in the second half. So a couple turnovers. Central Lakes hasn't turned the ball over. Spartans have turned it over twice. Here's Shippers out of the shotgun, hands it off up the middle with some room up to the 45, going all the way near midfield. Was Zach Sanders. A couple strong runs for Sanders in this game. And he is just shy of the first down, a 9-yard run. 4 carries, 35 yards in this game for Zach Sanders, running back from Dallas, Texas, freshman. So 2nd down and 1, 4:15 to play third quarter. Central Lakes 9, M State 7. Out wide right for M State is Jaden Leonard. 2-back set. Chippers working out of the gun. Here's the handoff. It's back to Sanders. He's over midfield. Knocked out of bounds near the 45-yard line. That's a first 6-yard line. That'll be 5-yard run for Zach Sanders. So Sanders now is the leading rusher for M State in this game. He's got 40 on 5 carries. Madden has 36 yards on 8 carries. So 3:35 to play. Spartans first down. They're in Central Lakes territory at the 40. Leonard back out wide right. Shippers working out of the shotgun. Another handoff. It's Madden this time. Tries to sidestep one man. Lunges forward for a short gain. Looks like he got 2 on the play. So a 2-yard run for Rashad Madden. Rashad, sophomore running back from Omaha, Nebraska. So 2nd down and 8 for M State. Other games going on in the MCAC today. NDSCS hosting Minnesota West. Vermilion hosting Mesabi, and Rochester at home against College of DuPage. Those are the other MCAC matchups this afternoon. Second down is out of the shotgun. Hands it off. Now Madden, he's got some room across the 40 to the 35. First down, knocked out of bounds, but a good run there for Rashad Madden. And that'll move the chains. Ended up going out of bounds at. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 33-yard line. Gain of 11 on that run. And that was a nice run there for Rashad Madden. 10 carries, 49 yards for Madden. And Spartans have it first and 10. Doing a good job running the football here on this stanza. First Raider 33-yard line. Same formation. Handoff again. It's Sanders working his way across the 30. And now the Spartan line pushing him forward. And that's going to end up being a real nice gain. Looked like to be a 3-yard gain, turned into about an 8-yard gain or somewhere around there.
Sanders on the carry with a lot of help from the O-line.
Looks like it's going to be a 7-yard gain as they mark the ball at the 26-yard line. So Sanders and Madden teaming up for some nice ground game. Spartan offensive line getting it done here on this possession. This is where they've run into a little bit of trouble as they're getting closer to the end zone. As Shipper's working out of the shotgun. And they're going to keep handing the ball off up the middle. It's Wise this time. He's got room up the middle, and he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that was a change-up on running the football. Isaiah Wise only his second carry, and they're going to mark it at the 9. That's a 17-yard run for Isaiah Wise. So M-State running the football, and they have it first and goal at the Raider 9-yard line. We got 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So M-State has not attempted a pass here on this drive, and why would you, the way they're running the football. See if they can keep dominating the line. There's a handoff again. Wise, he breaks one tackle, stays on his feet, and couldn't quite escape, and he's brought down for a loss. Man, there was a moment it looked like he was down, popped up, maybe had a chance to break it outside, but the Raiders nicely able to get Wise by the ankles there. So it does end up being a 3-yard loss. And it's second and goal from maybe a 2-yard loss, second and goal from the 11. Spartans trying to get the lead back. Of course, they have a good kicker in Jaden Manteufel, who has certainly the ability to kick the field goal. Now, though, we got a whistle here. And looks like the Spartans didn't like what they saw with their formation. And they call a timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout as well, too. Big play we got coming up when we come back from this break, 9-7. Oh, I'm sorry, not a timeout. It's the end of the third quarter of play. So that was the end of the third quarter, 9-7. Central Lakes with the lead. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Spartan football after this on Channel 977.
We are joined by Craig Byteen, who is the Vice President of Strategic Engagement at M-State. Is this a good time for college students? Because it seems like everywhere you look, people need help. They need employees. They need workers.
Demand is outpacing supply. And as a result, we get direct contact from companies saying we're very interested in working with you. And that's why our message of return on investment is so important. Give them a reason to engage, not just, we want your money. We really want them to be partners with us in an environment where we can match curriculum to the training needs, to workforce demands, so that we can ultimately be their source.
Craig Byteen, the Vice President of Strategic for M-State.
All right, heading down to the other end of the field where M-State is threatening. They have the ball at the Central Lakes 11-yard line, trailing 9-7 as we begin the fourth quarter. Second and goal from the 11. M-State trying to deliver. First-year head coach Bernard Holsey, his first win is at the helm of the Spartans. And here is Shippers out of the shotgun. Handoff to Madden up the middle. Tripped up. And Madden gets down to about the 6 or 7 yard line. Before he's brought down, now some extracurricular activity going on over there. And I kind of looked down. I didn't see exactly what happened. I looked down on my stat sheet. And, yeah. Okay. Looked like after the play that Madden maybe got tossed back by one of the Raiders, but I didn't see it as I looked down. The ball is marked at the 7-yard line, so it was a 4-yard run for Madden on the play, which would have brought up a 3rd and goal from the 7. But the officials are figuring things out here, and let's see what we got. Waiting for the looks like it's offsetting penalties. They're saying both teams with personal fouls on the play.
Looks like both teams on personal
and
fouls.
If it was after the play, that would offset, I'm assuming, and keep it at 3rd and goal from the 7. I think. So 3rd and goal from the 7. And M-State trying to get it in the end zone here. They have run the football every single time on this possession. And 2-back set again. Madden and Sanders. Hand it off to Sanders. Breaks one tackle. Trying to stay on his feet. Going forward. Pushing the pile forward. Did he get in? Waiting for the signal. Nothing yet. No, he's not in. 4th down it is.
Just denied.
And it'll be 4th down and half a yard.
4th and half a yard or so.
And you got Manteuffel who can kick the field goal, but when you're half a yard away, Spartans are going to look to punch it in here.
Spartans are going to go for it here.
So that was Sanders with a carry, a 6-yard carry. It is 4th and goal from just inside the 1-yard line. 2-back set, Sanders and Madden. Leonard wide left. Shippers under center. They're going to try push him in on the quarterback sneak. Did he get in? Waiting for the signal. Still waiting. Touchdown, Spartans. Shippers is in the end zone. Well, give credit to the offensive line on this stanza, as they did a great job. The Spartans ran it every single time, a 60-yard drive, and it ends with Evan Shippers keeping it from half a yard out and a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Spartans now lead it 13-9. And they're going to kick the extra point here with Jaden Manteuffel. 13:44 to play in the game in the 4th quarter here. And Spartans having some issues here. They had issues before getting the right personnel on the field for the extra point. And they're hustling in, see if they get enough time to get it off before any delay of game. They do get it off. Manteuffel lets it go up the middle, and he connects. The extra point is good for Jaden Manteuffel. Spartans convert, get their 2nd touchdown of the game. They lead it 14-9 with 13:44 to play in the game. Take a break. Ensuing kickoff when we return. This is M-State Spartan football on Channel 977.
Jeff Sands, he's a music professor at M-State in Fergus Falls. So what does a typical, if there is a typical, week look like for a student in the music classes that you're talking about? How much time is demanded?
It really depends on whether they're pursuing a career in music or if they're just participating in a performance ensemble or if they're just taking a course to fulfill one of their graduation requirements. A music major is going to be doing a lot of music courses. They're the ones that are going to be taking the music theory with us. They're going to be in probably at least one, if not multiple, music ensembles and some additional music courses as well, just to complete the degree. They're pretty much doing music all day, every day, starting right away as a freshman, which is very different, I think, from a lot of other majors where they might, for the first couple of years, just be taking a lot of generals. If there's a student that maybe is just kind of interested in being in band or being in choir, they would be, in that course or that group several days a week. And then there's, I think, that third kind of group of students that I mentioned, which is they're just need something to fulfill this graduation requirement. So those are the type of kids that might be in the intro to hip hop class, or they might be in the rock and pop music type class.
Jeff Sands, he's a music professor at M State in Fergus Falls.
And the Spartans, Jaden Manteufel kicks it away, and a great special teams play by Jaden Leonard, bringing down the Raiders at their own, looks like at their own 19-yard line. Beautiful job there. And that's been a difference in the game here, too. The Spartans' kickoffs have been much more effective than Central Lakes. Usually Central Lakes is a squib kick that the Spartans recover or able to down it around the 40-yard line. Manteufel's ripping those kicks back, and then M State's been coming down and covering them up and keeping them around the 20-yard line. So good job by special teams with M State. And Central Lakes 1st and 10 at their own 20. 13:38 to play in the game, and the Spartans have now regained the lead after that last touchdown, 14-9. As Cantor works out of the shotgun, reshuffling his backfield, giving directions, and now he's ready to go. And he takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass. Well, now shuffles it off to Lucky, who goes up the left side across the 25, stays on his feet. I think he's got the first down up to near the 30-yard line. I think that was a shuffle pass. Was that a shuffle the pass off there? I think I was watching Cantor. I didn't see him hand it off. I think with all the action in there, we're going to call it a 10-yard pass from Cantor to Lucky. Cantor now 6 of 9, throwing the ball for 85 yards. Lucky's first catch of the game for 10 yards. So 1st and 10 Central Lakes at their own 30. Cantor out of the shotgun here. Fakes the handoff, moves right, dumps the pass up. It is complete to Schmiedeberg, and he breaks the tackle and gets out to the 40. First down, still on his feet, all the way up to the 46-yard line. Gain of 16. Man, there was a swing pass, and it looked like the Spartans were so close to deflecting that ball down. It got by to Schmiedeberg, and he made a really nice move to get by that first Spartan, and then he had some real estate to work with. And they're going to mark it at the 47-yard line, a 17-yard catch and run for Chisholm Schmiedeberg. So 1st and 10 now, consecutive first downs for the Raiders. They're up to their own 47-yard line on 1st and 10, and there's some movement as jumping in the backfield was Ja'Cory Lucky, and that's going to cost Central Lakes another 5 yards. Penalties have hammered the Raiders in this game. 10 penalties for 65 yards, and it brings it back to the 42-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15 for Central Lakes. Spartans up 14-9, trying to deliver Bernard Holsey his first win as Spartan head coach. And Cantor will go under center, 2-back set. And Cantor hands it off. It's Lucky with it. Cuts back. He's got room. Gets by another man. Gets by another. He's got one man to beat. Well, now to the 30, to the 25, 20. Trying to go all the way. Finally tripped up at the very end after a huge run. A great play by Stefan Chapman to save a touchdown. But in any event, that was a 50-yard run I got on that play by Ja'Cory Lucky. He made so many Spartans miss. Coming down the right sideline, cut back. I thought he was gone at a moment. Awesome play by Chapman to trip him up at the last, dove for him at the last moment, tripped him up at the ankles. It ended up being a 52-yard run for Ja'Cory Lucky. And it's 1st and goal Central Lakes at the Spartans' 6-yard line. Man, things change quickly. And Lucky now 9 carries, 99 yards in the game after that touchdown. Now the Raiders are going to have to use a timeout here to get regrouped. So 14-9 is the score, 10:52 to play, and we'll just keep it right here. So Lucky, he more than doubled his output on the ground with that run. He had 47 yards on 8 carries coming into that run, 52 there, and he's just a yard shy of 100 yards rushing in the game. The Raiders have a total of 109 yards on the ground in the game. Spartans on the ground have 134. And Raiders knocking on the door here with first and goal at the 6-yard line. Spartans on the previous possession drove down the field. They ran the football every single time and able to convert a 4th and goal from the 1 with an Evan Shippers quarterback keeper to give the Spartans a 14-9 lead when Manteuffel kicked the extra point through. But now the Raiders, 3 big plays in a row, and they're at the Spartan 6-yard line, first and goal. 10:52 to play in the game. Spartans up 14-9, and Cantor back on the field under center. It's Chisholm Schmiedeberg in the backfield and 2 receivers to the left. See if the Raiders can avoid penalties that have really hurt them too. Cantor rolling out to his left, fakes the pass, comes around the corner, tripped up. Good job by the Spartans forcing him out of bounds for either, looks like probably no gain on the play. And Cantor, yeah, maybe lost half a yard, but we'll call it no gain on the play. So second and goal from the 6. Yeah, maybe he did lose a yard there. Second goal from the 7. Cantor 7 carries, 41 yards in the game. We're at 10:20 to play. And the Spartans leading 14-9, but the Raiders with an opportunity to regain the lead if they can get it into the end zone here. Two receivers left. Schmiedeberg in the backfield. Cantor will go under center. They better get to this play. And there it is. Another delay of game. I just thought of it. It popped in my head, and half a second later, I don't know the exact total. It has to be at least their 5th delay of game, as they now have 11 penalties in the game for 70 yards. If the Spartans lose this game, you got to look at the turnover margin. There are a couple turnovers and their inability to convert in the red zone. Raiders lose, they're going to be looking at some of those penalties really cost them. 2nd and 12. There's a handoff, goes to Schmiedeberg, trying to get outside left, inside the 10, tracked down by M-State, and knocked out of bounds for a gain of 3 or 4 yards. Tackle there, Berlitz-Legrand in there for the Spartans. And a gain of 4 on the play for Schmiedeberg. So 3rd and goal now for Central Lakes. Well, maybe from the 7. Maybe he got 5 on the play. So 3rd and goal from the 7 with 9:18 to play. Now more confusion. Now another player hustling in. Oofda. They're scrambling to get in their position, and there's chaos. There's some movement. It kind of looked like, did the Spartans jump, or was it? Yeah, it was movement by the Raiders. It certainly was. Another 5-yard penalty. Well, is the official coming in to talk it over and say that the Spartans made the jump? So John Clinert made the quick call right away. And yep, it's going to be a
offsides, Raiders.
It's going to be a false start on Central Lakes, and that'll move it back 5 yards. 12 penalties, 75 yards now for Central Lakes, and that'll bring it back to the 12-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 12. Just mentioned it. Can they avoid the penalties? And they haven't. They'll have to overcome it. And the Spartans have an opportunity to get a big stop here, leading 14-9. 3rd and goal from the 12 for the Raiders. They hand it off. Here's Lucky up the middle. He's got room. He's tripped up, hit hard, goes down. There's a big hit. That was Chapman again. He is a dynamic defensive player for the Spartans. But it was a good run for Lucky, who got it down to the 3 or 4 yard line there. Yeah, 9 yards on the run for Lucky. And it's 4th and goal from the 3 for Central Lakes with 8:20 to play. Man, that was a big hit by Chapman. A good run by Lucky, who's over 100 yards now. And a monumental play here in this game. 4th and goal from the 3. Spartans lead at 14-9, but Central Lakes has a chance to punch it in the end zone. Cantor under center. Hands it off up the middle, goes to Davis, driving forward. Is he in? He's in. He barely got over into the end zone for the touchdown. Antonio Davis, a 3-yard touchdown run. And it's now 15-14.
7:55 remains in the game.
15-14, the Raiders with the lead. 7:55 to go in the game. And the Raiders will go for, well, they're going to try to kick the extra point here with Joseph Koslowski. He had a 38-yard field goal earlier. He's proven he can kick it. And snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Right through the uprights. Extra point good for Koslowski. 16-14, the Raiders are up by 2 with 7:55 to play in the game. We'll take a timeout. Don't go anywhere. Going down to the wire here at the M State Field. You're listening to Spartan Football on Channel 977.
Marissa Wilding, she is the MLT faculty instructor at M-State. Tell me the definition of the MLT. What's it all about?
MLT, that stands for Medical Laboratory Technician or Technology. That is essentially your title. Once you graduate, you will become an MLT. And you can get board certified and start working in hospitals, clinics, and various other medical facilities as a medical laboratory technician.
Marissa Wilding, she is the MLT faculty instructor at M-State.
Okay, Central Lakes regain the lead. The lead has changed hands 4 times here now. Raiders got the first score, led 6-0. Spartans scored before the end of the half, led 7-6. Field goal early in midway through the third quarter got the Raiders back up 9-7. Then the Spartans on their last possession, early fourth quarter, scored and kicked the extra point, 14-9, and then the Raiders get the 3-yard touchdown from Antonio Davis, and the extra point was good. 16-14, Central Lakes leads with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to play in the game. And Koslowski will kick it away to the Spartans. And here's a low line drive kick again, and it is fielded by M-State at the 25-yard line. And trying to get outside, now cutting up towards the middle and brought down at the 30-yard line that was Isaiah Wise. And that time the low line drive kick was more effective. It got by that first wave. And the Spartans will start their drive. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Now the last possession, Spartans just ran the football very, very well. 60-yard drive that ended in a touchdown. Running the ball every play. So we'll see if that offensive line can continue to dominate like they did on that last possession. Evan Shippers out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Rashad Madden, trying to break outside. Can he turn the corner? Now he's coming back the other way. It's going to be, while he's still on his feet, it's going to be a big loss. 5-yard loss it's going to be. He kept coming back and trying to get a better angle to get around the corner, and he started ceding ground, and pretty soon all the Raiders got there and cut him off for a 5-yard loss. And a couple Spartans are down here on the field. So 7 minutes, 32 seconds to play, and now getting up is Zach Sanders. He was down, and then there's a lineman. Now, Sanders looks like he's all right. But Ken Barrell, Spartans athletic trainer, is out on the field. Clyde Bryant is the Spartan who's... Okay, maybe it's a cramp. That's good to see. I mean, relative to the alternative anyway. And you see that a lot more early in the year, some of the cramps that happen, and Clyde Bryant, the offensive lineman from Laurinburg, North Carolina, getting some attention. Hopefully he can get him back up and going here pretty soon. Spartans on the road next week at North Dakota State College of Science. Spartan volleyball team lost to Western Tech today 3-0. Their record evens up at 1-1. Laura Tungseth's team will be at home on Wednesday at 6:30 against St. Cloud Tech. And our Spartan golf team finished 4th in the very strong field in the Spartan Invitational yesterday. And after we had won a dual meet in Morris opening the season the previous Saturday. And then our next meet will be the Jimmy Invite in Jamestown on September 15th and 16th. So that's what's going on with all the Spartan sports here right now. So Clyde Bryant getting a little help coming off the field here. So he'll be out of the game at least for a bit. And the Spartans now facing, well, it's going to be 2nd and 14 after Madden had that loss on that play. So extra challenge here to keep this drive going. Chippers will work out of the pistol here. Sanders in the backfield. Chippers, he's going to throw this time. Pass is complete. First down to Isaiah Wise. Pushing 40s across the 40 to the 43-yard line. It's been a while since the Spartans have thrown a pass, but they were effective there. And that is a 17-yard pass. Chippers to Isaiah Wise. Wise has been the Spartans' leading receiver today with 4 catches and 44 yards. And Chippers now 8 for 13 throwing the ball for 100 yards in the game. So Spartans move the chains. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. 7 minutes to play in the game. Central Lakes leading 16-14. Chippers out of the pistol. Back to pass. Throws left side. That's complete. And hit right away after the catch was Kenyon Pascal. And it'll be a gain, short gain, maybe about 5 yards on the play. Yep, 5-yard gain to Pascal. That's Pascal's 2nd catch of the game for 24 yards. And 2nd down and 5 for M State at their own 48-yard line. 3 receivers out right. Wide left is Jeremiah Richardson for M State. And Chippers working out of the pistol. 1 step back. Lofts it down the right side looking for his man. Maybe a little miscommunication on the route looking for Jaden Leonard down the right side. And that was incomplete. Chippers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball for 105 yards. Clock stops with 6:12 to play in this game. And Spartans now. Took a while to get that football back. It was thrown down the field quite a ways. And so 3rd and 5 for the Spartans from their own 48-yard line. Here's Chippers back to throw, swings it right side. It is incomplete. Was it picked off? Was it picked up? It was intercepted. It was off, deflected off the hands, and it was intercepted by Jaquan Armour. So another turnover for the Spartans. Hurts and gives Central Lakes the ball back. 3 turnovers in the game for M State now compared to 0 for Central Lakes. And now the Spartan defense has got to come up big as their team trails 16-14, and Central Lakes has the ball at their own 45-yard line with 6:09 to play. So the Spartans really ran the football a bunch on the previous possession, and then they got a loss on their first play of this possession. Had some effectiveness throwing the ball, but then that ball was deflected, popped up in the air, and Armour was able to pick it off, and Central Lakes with the ball with 6:09 to play, leading M State 16-14. They have it at their own 45-yard line. Cantor goes under center, I formation, a receiver out to each side. He roams to his right to the option, pitches it over. It comes to Davis. Davis looking for somewhere to go. Penalty marker goes down. He's pushed back. It's going to be no gain on the play, but there is a penalty.
Thinking the refs may need to wash those after the game today.
So at the 6-minute mark, and it is a hold on Central Lakes. The theme continues for both teams. Turnovers for the Spartans and penalties for the Raiders have been the main issues for each team. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty, and that will push the ball all the way back to the 35-yard line. It'll be first down, and I believe it'll be 1st and 20. Yep, 1st and 20. 13 penalties for 85 yards for Central Lakes compared to 3 penalties, 15 yards, if you don't count those offsetting penalties we had previously. It's 3 for M State and 13 for Central Lakes. So it's 1st and 20, 5:43 to go in the game. Central Lakes with the ball at their own 35-yard line, leading the Spartans 16-14. And Cantor is under center, I formation. And Cantor hands it off. It's Lucky with it. Leapfrogs one man, very nice run, and gets it all the way back, maybe a half-yard past the original line of scrimmage. And a gain of 11 yards for Ja'Cory Lucky. So Lucky up to 11 carries for 119 yards in the game. And it'll make a 2nd and 9 for Central Lakes.
Lucky's up to 119 yards on the game.
And Lucky's going to come out as Antonio Davis will check back in. Cantor getting instructions from the Raider coaching staff on the sideline. We're now inside of 5 minutes to play. And the Raiders can really keep this clock moving. Now the Raiders taking their time again on this, getting their play ready here. They've been hit with delay of game 5 or 6 times here today. Now they go out of the shotgun. It's coming close now. They're getting the signal from the ref, and now he does get it off. Out of the shotgun, Cantor steps up. He's on the move, rolling out to his left. Well, he can still throw it. Now he tucks it. He's going to keep it, and he's flushed out of bounds right near midfield.
Ran out of bounds there.
And looks like he came out at their own 49-yard line, so a 3-yard gain for Cantor. He's got 8 carries for 44 yards in the game. And 3rd and 6 now, a key 3rd down for Central Lakes. We're at the 4-minute mark to play in the game. So the Spartan defense got to step up here and make a play and get the ball back in the hands of the offense. See if the Spartans can march down. So Central Lakes to the line of scrimmage. Now we're all the way down to 3:35 to play in the game. And Cantor working out of the shotgun. A receiver out to each side. And there we go again. Delay of game penalty on Central Lakes. And how you can see Cantor and coaching staff on the sideline with an animated discussion over there, and obviously working through a lot of kinks here in the early season. I was told that this is Central Lake's first game, and I was told that they hadn't had a scrimmage yet, and seeing some of those issues that you like to have taken care of in your first game, not be ready to go here. Is it 14 penalties in the game on Central Lakes for a total of 90 yards, and that pushes the ball back to the 44-yard line, and 3rd down and 11 is where we are at. Central Lakes trying to convert. Spartans need to get a stop here, trailing 16-14, 3:29 to go. 3rd and 11 for the Raiders from their own 44. Cantor turns, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, and the pass is almost intercepted. Coming in, trying to swoop in to pick it was Jaden Reed. Couldn't quite handle it. And it'll be 4th down. Now the receiver, Colin Shack, is down, slow to get up. There's some contact as they all went for the ball there. And it looked like for a moment that maybe Shack was open, but Reed came flying in, and then it was almost an interception. It would have been an interception where we would have had the ability to just keep the momentum going and keep running. But it will be 4th down in a punting situation for Central Lakes. Shack, his helmet off, still slow to get up. Ken Verrill is out to check on him. Well, the Spartans should get a chance to get the ball back. 3:23 to play in this game. It's 4th and 11 for Central Lakes at their own 44-yard line. The punting special teams hasn't been great for the Raiders in this one. Some of the punts have been very short. Let's see if the Spartans maybe bring some pressure. Good to see Colin Shack getting up and walking off on his own power. A little shook up here. But we're back to action here, and coming out to punt is Joseph Koslowski. Back deep to receive for M State is Isaiah Wise. Isaiah is standing at his own 23-yard line. See if the Spartans can get some pressure on the punter here. And on 4th and 11, ready to go here. And the snap is low to Koslowski. It gets to him on a bounce, though. And this is a good high booming punt. And it's fielded. It takes a bounce, and it's going to bound just into the end zone. And M State will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. With 3:14 to play in the game. And Evan Chippers, the quarterback, will be tasked with leading this team down the field. They're going to need to go, well, I don't know how many yards they'll need to go because Spartans do have an excellent field goal kicker in Jaden Manteufel. Can they get in position to get the winning points they need, whether it's a touchdown or a field goal? They're going to start from their own 20 with 3:14 to play. We don't have the timeouts down here. I think the Spartans got at least a couple timeouts to go. And 1st and 10 from their own 20. Spartans trail 16-14, 3:14 to play. Got to have a game-winning drive here. Shippers out of the shotgun on 1st down. Back to pass across the middle, deflected and intercepted again. Across the 30 to the 25 and brought down around the 22-yard line. Another deflected pass popped up in the air. And how often you see it, it goes right into the hands of the defenders. The 4th Spartan turnover of this game, the 3rd interception. And that interception was made by Elijah Moore, the linebacker for Central Lakes. And interception number 4. And now Central Lakes has the ball in Spartan territory at the 21-yard line, leading 16-14 with 3:03 to play in the game. Well, man, that happened in a hurry. Back to pass. And the Raiders have done a really good job of this game of getting their hands up, deflecting passes, and two of the 3 interceptions in this game have came off deflections that popped up in the air. And great opportunistic defense by the Raiders. And they got it 1st and 10, leading 16-14, 3:03 to play. Handoff up the middle that is Cox Payton, and he picks up what looks like about 5 yards on the play. And the clock is moving. Spartans electing not to call timeout at the moment. I'm pretty sure they have some timeouts at their disposal. So 2nd down and 5, ball at the 16, 2:35 to go. And here's another handoff back to Cox Payton. Not much there. Lunges forward for a yard or two. Making the tackle is Davion Giles for M State. So to bring up 3rd and 3. We're down to 2:14. Of course, the 2-minute warning is coming up that would potentially stop the clock. And quickly Cantor up to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 3. Handoff goes to Lucky up the middle, bounces off a wall of Spartans. He didn't get it. He shoves them back, and it'll be it looks like no gain on the play, and that will stop the clock as we hit the 2-minute warning. 16-14 is the score with 1:55 to go in the game. Yeah, there was no gain on the play for Lucky, so the clock stops, and we'll keep it right here. Don't want to get be in the middle of an ad and not be able to get back to the action if they come back out quickly. But Spartans haunted by the turnovers. 4 turnovers in their first play on a comeback drive. Pass was deflected, intercepted. Now the defense has held off Central Lakes. It's 4th down and 4 from the 15-yard line. So if you're Central Lakes, do you try to kick the field goal? You made a 38-yarder earlier in the game to make the Spartans score a touchdown, or do you go for it and really put the game in a tough spot? I'm not sure what the Spartans have for timeouts left, but make it really hard for the Spartans to come back. At this point, maybe you're tempted to try to go for it and get that 1st down. But we'll see what Coach Toby Thurman, first-year coach for Central Lakes, decides to do. At M State, you'll get an education that's both personal and affordable. Our tuition is an exceptional value, and special scholarships and programs make M State even more affordable. Resident tuition at $180 per credit. That's 40% cheaper than the average university at M State. All right, they're going to go for it on 4th and 4 from the 5th at the M State 15. Central Lakes leads 16-14, 1:55 to play in the game. There's out of the shotgun. Cantor roaming to his right, trying to run for the 1st down. He's got the 1st down, runs out of bounds on the far side, but he does get enough for the 1st down. The clock will stop, but that's a key first down, keeping the ball out of the M-State offense's hands. A 6-yard run for Cantor on 4th and 4. And it's 1st and goal for Central Lakes at the Spartan 9-yard line. Now you're in a position, if you're the Spartans, do you try to let them score and try to stop the extra point so you can at least get the ball back with a chance to be down 8? I'm not sure. It just all depends on how many timeouts the Spartans have left. Now there's some movement. If that strategy makes any sense, I don't know. And it's going to be a false start on Central Lakes. Another penalty. They're 15th of the game. Because if you let Central Lakes score, they'll go up 8. Now, if they get the extra point or they go for 2, then the game is out of reach. But I don't know how many timeouts the Spartans have to work with here. If they got timeouts to work with, you want to use those timeouts and try to stop Central Lakes here. But 1:50 to play, 16-14. 2-back set, Cantor under center. And handoff. It comes to Lucky. He's got room running to the right side, turns the corner, spins back, loses his helmet again, and goes into the end zone. Now there's penalty markers that come down late. That is the 3rd or 4th time that Lucky has lost his helmet, and he got hit hard at the end. And Lucky, to his credit, popped up. There's the players coming at each other a little bit after that aggressive play, and Lucky got up and said, "Hey, calm down, everyone. It's fine." But they're going to sort this out here. Did they signal a touchdown? Did he get in the end zone? Okay. So we're not sure. We think he might have got in the end zone for a touchdown, but the official was throwing a flag at the end. So a lot to sort out here on if the touchdown happened, what the penalty is going to be. And one thing is for sure, Ja'Cory Lucky's got to get his helmet figured out. He's had 4 different plays in this game where his helmet has come off, where the play has been active after the helmet comes off, and that is obviously a very dangerous situation. So the officials talking things over here, and let's see what we got. Personal foul. Yeah, it's going to be a personal foul on the Spartans. And the question is,
Like a personal foul on the Spartans.
now they put it at the 2-yard line. Does that mean he was out at the 2, or is it a touchdown?
So it'll be a 1st and goal from the 2.
I'm wondering if... Yeah, so it's 1st and goal at the 2. I don't know if it's a 2-point conversion or not, because I believe it was 1st and goal from the 9 previously. So we'll see here what happens. They hand it off to Davis. Now he goes in the backfield. He is pushed back and pushed all the way back for a loss. And that, yeah, it looks like it was a... Oh, maybe not. I'm trying to figure out if they were going for 2 there or if it was, because we never saw a signal. No, they weren't going for 2. They got the ball marked back at the 9-yard line now, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 9. Finally got it figured out here. And the Spartans do call a timeout with a minute and 30 to play. And maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know if a decent plan would be to try let Central Lake score and see if you can stop the extra point or 2-point conversion, although Koslowski's been very good kicking the extra point. So you're asking for probably a poor snap or something of that point. But it's 16-14, a minute and a half to go. Spartans use a timeout. That was a big loss on that play, on that run to Antonio Davis. Lost 7 yards on that play. He just kept kind of moving backwards, trying to avoid the defenders. All right, the team's heading back on the field. Well, the Spartans are anyway. Central Lakes, they'll take their time trying to get their offense ready. They have done that quite a bit today with at least 6 penalties on some delay of games in this one. And now they come out with Cantor going. Well, is he going to go out of the shotgun? Looks like he's going to go out of the shotgun. Schmiedeberg to his left, Davis to his right, a receiver to each side. Second and goal from the 9. Central Lakes leading 16-14. And there is a whistle and a timeout called by Central Lakes. So we will take a quick timeout here, with Central Lakes leading 16-14 late in the game, and they have the ball in the red zone. You're listening to Spartan Football on Channel 977.
We are joined by Craig Byteen, who is the Vice President of Strategic Engagement at M-State. Is this a good time for college students? Because it seems like everywhere you look, people need help. They need employees. They need workers.
Demand is outpacing supply. And as a result, we get direct contact from companies saying they were very interested in working with you. And that's why our message of return on investment is so important. We give them a reason to engage, not just, we want your money. We really want them to be partners with us in an environment where we can match curriculum to training needs, to workforce demands, so that we can ultimately be their source.
Craig Byteen, the Vice President of Strategic Engagement for M-State.
Well, second goal at the 9-yard line for Central Lakes. Minute and a half to play, and they lead the Spartans 16-14. Minute and a half to play in the game, and Cantor goes under center. And Cantor fakes a handoff, rolls left, dumps the pass off. Schmiedeberg couldn't handle the pass, incomplete, and that will keep the clock stopped. And the Spartans got to appreciate that incomplete pass that stops the clock by throwing a passing play. Well, I'm surprised by that one. And good job defensively there by M-State. Cantor now is 7 of 12 throwing the ball, 102 yards, and it brings up third and goal at the 9. And like I said, I'm not sure what M-State has for timeouts yet, but they didn't have to use one there. So 1:25 to go. 16-14. Spartans trying to pull off what would be a bit of a minor miracle, but stranger things have happened here. Down by 2, Central Lakes with the ball. Third and goal at the 9. Cantor under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, looking to the end zone, way overthrown, incomplete. Another incomplete pass. The clock has stopped. And I'm not sure here. They're throwing some pass plays, and the Spartans' clock does not move. And now it's going to be a field goal attempt, and the Spartans have a chance to get the ball back. Wow. So they're going to go for the field goal to try and make it a 5-point game. The field goal attempt will be from 25 yards. Joseph Koslowski, he made a 38-yarder earlier. He's also kicked through an extra point. Snap is low, recover, the kick is up, and it is wide left. No good. And it's still a 2-point game with 1:16 to go. And the Spartans are still in this game after the missed field goal from 25 yards by Koslowski. Now the snap was a little low. That was, I think that rushed Koslowski a little bit. But now the Spartans, they don't have to go the length of the field. They got an outstanding kicker in Jaden Manteufel, and I'm not sure what his range is, but it's a lot longer than the average kicker. So we'll see if the Spartans can make some big plays here to get down the field in time to give Jaden a crack at it. And stranger things have happened. Big plays can break out, and we'll see. But the Spartans have struggled really to take care of the football, as they've had 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions here in the second half. Or 2 interceptions in the second half, 3 interceptions in the game, 4 total turnovers. But they got a crack at it. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 1:16 to play. Shippers back to pass, swings it left side. It is complete for a 7-yard gain, but inbounds on the catch. It was Jeremiah Richardson, and whistle blows there. Richardson with his first catch. Clock still continues to move here now with 1:05. Spartans got to get up to the line in a hurry. We're at the 1-minute mark. And it's 2nd down and 3 from the M-State 27. Back to pass Shippers, left side. They made the catch, gets out of bounds. Good job there to get it to the sideline, get a little bit of yardage, and get out of bounds. And that's a 6-yard pass. And a first down for the Spartans at their own 33-yard line. So 52 seconds left. Spartans now up to their own 33-yard line. And I'm wondering where they got to feel like they got to get to give Manteuffel a shot at it. But they're going to give it a shot here. 52 seconds to go. Again, we're not sure if the Spartans have any timeouts left or not. As Shippers out of the pistol. He's back to pass. Looking down, looking to the right side. The pass is complete, and getting out of bounds for a short gain is Kenyon Pascal. That's a 4-yard gain. So 40, yep, he is out of bounds. For 2nd and 7 at the 36. Now they hand the ball off. Going up the middle is Madden. Breaks one tackle, but gets up to the 44-yard line for a first down. And now they get a first down. The clock stops for a moment. So Madden picks up 8. Well, they're up to the 45-yard line. Now the clock starts again. 37 seconds to go. Shippers out of the gun. Spartans desperately trying to move the ball down the field. Now they hand it off again. And here's Madden up the middle to midfield. And now M State is going to call a timeout with 25 seconds to go.
Spartans will take a timeout.
So the Spartans opting to run the ball last couple times, and they will use what I believe is their last timeout. And there's an M State player on the hurt on the field. Looks like it's Jaden Leonard. So Madden, 14 carries, 63 yards in the game. 25 seconds to go. It's Central Lake 16, M State 14. Spartans have the ball at midfield. And I wish I had the exact time. The Spartans either have no timeouts or one timeout left. And maybe they have an extra timeout if they're running the ball there too. But they're in a position here now. If they can get another 20 yards, maybe they got a crack for Manteuffel to pull one out of the hat. I remember a couple years ago when it slips my mind the outstanding kicker the Spartans had a few years ago in the first round of the playoffs against, I believe it was Central Lakes, kicked a 47-yard field goal to win it in the first round of the playoffs. And we'll see if they can get into that type of situation here. Well, 2nd down and 4 at midfield. 25 seconds to go. Spartans trail by 2. They're at midfield. Got to get in field goal range. Here is Shippers back to pass. Down the field it goes, incomplete. Pascal's head was turned, and the pass was high. It was unable to be picked off, and it'll be 3rd down now with 22 seconds to go. Shippers 12 of 19 throwing the ball, 128 yards. 22 seconds to go. Down by 2. 22 seconds left in the game. And it's 3rd and 4 from midfield. Trying to get it in a spot where Jaden Manteuffel could have a crack at a game-winning field goal. Shippers back to pass. Left side pass incomplete. And now the Spartans are going to be down to their 4th down. The pass intended for Pat through his hands. And they were trying to get it to him on the side and get out of bounds. So now with 18 seconds to go,
18 seconds remain on the clock.
it's 4th and 4. So not only do the Spartans got to worry about getting downfield, but they got to get at least 4 yards to keep the game going. All right, here we go. Comes down to this to stay alive in this game. And Shippers out of the pistol. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Back to pass. The pass is complete. That is going to be, the ball jars loose, but they're going to say it was a catch. And making the catch was Pascal. And that is enough for a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily to the 44-yard line. And now the clock starts again with 10 seconds to go. Here's Shippers. Desperation time. Swing pass left side and getting out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left. Do the Spartans go for the field goal, or do they try to throw it? Or do they try to throw it into the end zone on this last play? to try to get the lead. 16-14. Central Lakes with the lead with 4 seconds to go. And they're trying to, Spartans figuring out here what they're going to do. And looks like there's timeout called. So the Spartans did have one timeout left at their disposal. So timeout called with 4 seconds to go. If the Spartans attempted a field goal, it would likely be in 53 yards by Manteuffel. I'm not sure what his range is. That would be quite a poke. And we know he's a very good kicker. And I see Jaden down there in the huddle. They're going to give it a shot here, I think. That's probably good back and forth game. And Spartans trying to see if they can overcome a -4 on the turnover deficit here today. But they're going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat. And it is going to be Jaden Manteuffel coming on the field to try to kick what would be a 53-yard field goal attempt. 4 seconds to play. And it's a 53-yard attempt. Here we go. Jaden Manteuffel. See if they can get a good snap. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it's going to be short and fielded and near the goal line and pushed out of bounds as the game is over. 16-14 is the final score. Just couldn't get enough on that kick as it was a little low and came in right around the goal line area short. And the Spartans come up just a bit short in their home opener, falling to Central Lakes. 16-14 is the final score. And M State falls to 0-2 on the year. Central Lakes, that's their opener. They start their season with a 1-0 record. So we're going to regroup here and take look at all the stats and give you a recap here. We'll give you a scoring recap as well. Spartans fall in this one 16-14. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with our post-game show in just a moment.
Jeff Sands, he's a music professor at M State in Fergus. What does a typical, if there is a typical, week look like for a student in the music classes that you're talking about? How much time is demanded?
It really depends on whether they're pursuing a career in music or if they're just participating in a performance ensemble or if they're just taking a course to fulfill one of their graduation requirements. A music major is going to be doing a lot of music courses. They're the ones that are going to be taking the music theory with us. They're going to be in probably at least one, if not multiple, music ensembles and some additional music courses as well, just to complete the degree. They're pretty much doing music all day, every day, starting right away as a freshman, which is very different, I think, from a lot of other majors where they might, for the first couple of years, just be taking a lot of generals. If there's a student that maybe is just kind of interested in being in band or being in choir, they would be, in that course or that group several days a week. And then there's a group of students that I mentioned, which is they just need something to fulfill this graduation requirement. So those are the type of kids that might be in the intro to hip hop class, or they might be in the rock and pop music type class.
Jeff Sands, he's a music professor at M State in Fergus Falls. We are joined by Craig Byteen, who is the Vice President of Engagement at M State. Is this a good time for college students? Because it seems like everywhere people need help. They need employees. They need workers.
Demand is outpacing supply. Mm-hmm. And as a result, we get direct contact from companies saying we're very interested in working with you. And that's why our message of return on investment is so important. We give them a reason to engage, not just, we want your money, we really want them to be partners with us in an environment where we can match curriculum to training needs, to workforce demands, so that we can ultimately be their source.
Craig Byteen, the Vice President of Strategic Engagement for M State. We welcome Steph Gerhardson from the Theater Department at M State in Fergus Falls. Give us a feel for the theater classes that you have.
I'm teaching a stagecraft class. It's an intro to stagecraft, basic intro to basic tools materials that we use, different things, different techniques that you use for building stage scenery and sets. And it's all intro, taking it from the very basics and teaching people how to make things out of foam or build a flat or make other props. And so they learn how to do those things. And then they also participate at different levels, depending on the set, on some of the construction of the set, the painting of the set, props for the show. And so they get to know that. We also have an acting class. Once again, intro to acting, basic acting, how do you start acting? What's the difference between acting and improv? We also have introduction to theater, just a basic general ed course. We also have a makeup class where you learn the basics of stage makeup. Everything's at a very intro level so that anyone who is looking for something in a general ed type of thing has access.
Steph Gerhardsen from M-State.
And welcome back to our post-game show here at M-State. The Spartans fall in a nail-biter, 16-14 to Central Lakes. Spartans had a chance with just over a minute to play to try drive down the field. They got as far down to the 36-yard line and tried to give Manteuffel a shot, a 53-yard field goal that came up short to try to take the lead, and Central Lakes wins it 16-14. And Spartans now 0-2 on the year. Central Lakes, that was their opener. They are 1-0 on the season. Let's go over the scoring plays in the game. And the scoring started in the second quarter, 8:41 to go. It was a 2-yard touchdown reception for Chase David from quarterback Gabriel Cantor. The big play setting that up was a 45-yard strike from Cantor to Lamarius Bellany that got him down to the 7-yard line, and that set up that 2-yard touchdown reception on fourth down. The extra point failed. It was 6-0 Central Lakes at that point. Spartans got the lead right before the half with 1:57 to play in the second quarter. A 2-yard touchdown run by Rashad Madden. Extra point was good by Manteuffel. Spartans led 7-6. That touchdown was really set up by a fantastic run by running back Zach Sanders that got him down to the 2-yard line. Then the scoring reconvened in the third quarter with 4:43 to go, and this time it was a field goal. Joseph Koslowski knocked through a 38-yard field goal that gave Central Lakes the lead back at 9-7. Spartans, heading into the fourth quarter, got back with a great drive. They drove it 60 yards, ran the football every time on that drive, and Evan Shippers ran it in. Well, he lunged in as it was fourth and about half a yard. Quarterback keeper got into the end zone for the touchdown, and Manteuffel kicked the extra point, and the Spartans at that point led 14-9 with 13:44 to play. Then Central Lakes, so they had a very good drive, got it down the field, and Antonio Davis got into the end zone. That was a 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Koslowski was good. Central Lakes led 16-14. Spartans continued to struggle with turnovers in the second half. 4 turnovers in the game, and on the first attempt at a game-winning or game-saving drive, the pass by Shippers was deflected, intercepted. Central Lakes looked like they might be able to put the game on ice with their offensive possession, but the Spartans stopped them, and there was a missed field goal from 25 yards by Koslowski, and M-State, with a little over a minute left, had a chance to drive down the field to see if they could get a game-winning score. They got down to the 36-yard line and called timeout with 4 seconds left, gave Jaden Manteuffel an outside shot at a field goal attempt, but it came up well short. It came up well short at the end, and that was the final play of the game. Spartans close but no cigar in their home opener. They fall to Central Lakes 16-14 is the final score. So let's take a look here now at some of the stats in this one. And first of all, for Central Lakes, they had 336 total net yards in the game, and it was 286 net yards for the Spartans. Central Lakes had 234 yards on the ground. They had 102 yards through the air. Gabriel Cantor was 7 of 12 throwing the ball for 102 yards and a touchdown pass. On the ground, his receivers, Lamarius Bellany, 1 catch for 45 yards. Colin Shack, 2 catches, 18 yards. And it was Chisholm Schmiedeberg, 1 catch for 17 yards. Both Donovan Lund and Ja'Cory Lucky had 1 catch for 10 yards, and then it was Chase David had the touchdown reception of 2 yards in the game. On the ground, Ja'Cory Lucky had a very good game, 12 carries, 119 yards. Quarterback Gabriel Cantor had 9 carries for 54 yards, 6 carries, 22 yards for Derek Cox-Payton, 6 carries, 27 yards for Chisholm Schmiedeberg, and Donovan Lund had 2 carries for 2 yards. Gavin Vosica, 1 carry for 18 yards. And Antonio Davis, well, he had 2 carries. One was a loss of 7. His other was a 3-yard touchdown run in the game. Now, Central Lakes did a great job taking care of the ball. The one thing they didn't do a great job of, they really struggled with penalties. 15 penalties for 95 yards. For the Spartans, the issue was the turnovers. For Central Lakes, the issue was the penalties. And Central Lakes, they probably had 6 delay of games, so they'll have some kinks to work out in practice this week, getting their offense ready to go. But they struggled with those penalties, almost 100 yards in penalties in the game. Spartans only had 3 penalties in the game for 15 yards if you don't include the